So, we'll start with... What is your character's name?
I didn't put one. It's your time to shine.
Make up a name. On the spot, man.
It's going to be Nope. If you
This
say,
person is a human. Everything else is up to you.
Sure. Alright.
And this is...
The first word you say is going to be the name.
Yeah,
So
take it as kind of that, if you want to, retro-futurism of Alien. So, any country, any nationality, there's just that kind of like strong lean on if you are a different nationality, you probably have a name that is fully that nationality.
You can be the cat if you want. Jonesy?
Jonesy.
Oh no, Crease!
Yeah, I'm really disappointed there weren't any
Travis.
anthro-species in the document.
I haven't included them yet, but...
You're losing your touch.
Yeah. They're in the primary, but they're not in the primary yet.
Sure. Yeah.
Just gotta know how human works first.
Travis. What's a good last name? People.
Barker?
Yeah, let's get Travis Parker.
Nice.
I was saying Barker. As the drummer from
Blink-182.
Yeah.
So, but
you're Travis Barker the third,
Alright.
Esquire. Well, I guess in the distant future, it'll be the 23rd.
By now, probably, yeah.
Yes.
So, we have this shot from outer space. It's kind of drifts down until a spaceship pops up into view. It's kind of oddly shaped, not very aerodynamic. Just realized the music isn't looping.
Go to bed, go to bed.
Shuffle, repeat. There we go. It then starts to zoom in on the ship, which seems to be drifting and kind of spinning off its axis. Zooms in on a window. In through that window, there's this hall on either side. These cryo sleepers. One of them pops up. And you can see a light pop up above it, flickering for a moment before it becomes steady. And then that continues down the rows, zooms in close to that first pod, and you see Travis B.
P.
P? You doing with Parker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let
Coward.
Yeah, I know. Craven. This is. Oh, that would have been good. Never.
It goes to about 30 degrees. Top of it pops up a little bit. Smoke roils out of the sides, and it slides back, revealing you nothing but gym shorts.
Oh, that's a shame. Hoping for that.
We could have had a real Batman's dick moment.
Oh my god.
I can't but fucking...
Those comics are worth so much now.
Yeah, because they replaced the new print run.
Like immediately. Yeah. So they're super rare now.
Yeah, just.
I can't stop watching Batman's dick.
You mentioned putting that. Oh, never mind. Okay.
So you kind of foggily come to. There's this overwhelming urge for some sort of stimulant, be it coffee or drug of choice.
Is this something that I would expect?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Assuming I was given information on where to go to this, assuming like, oh, when wake up, do this. I'm going to go do that. And be like, I want to go find nearest receptacle.
Oh, right.
Like the nearest like vending machine, you know.
Well, I thought you were talking about evacuation.
Yeah.
And you evacuate your bowels? Or?
Yeah, evacuation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what's the first thing you do after you wake up from PRAXIS? You gotta pee like a racehorse.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Austin Powers moment.
Like a recently unfrozen racehorse.
He's in the next cryo pod a few over.
Right.
When you're
The
ready.
racehorse?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
When you're ready. I
It's a
said
spoke-
there
it's
would
a
be
spoke
animals. You didn't take me seriously.
Just a regular ass horse in the cryo.
So I'm
So
just going to rub my eyes and like kind of just road down
Secretary,
where
too.
I can go find said beverage.
there is a kind of recuperation lounge built into this, kind of off to the side of the hallway. Door slides open, does the Star Trek to the side. Ooh, nice.
Really cheap.
You walk through, there's this nice center table, and then booth that circles around it about about 3/4 of the way around it. There's coffee and other stuff kind of set into the wall. Nice little glass case keeping everything in case of turbulence.
Alright. I go in, just skipping past all that coffee stuff, and go straight to find whatever tea I can find.
They've got Earl Grey.
Hot.
So you start the tea maker, hot water maker. Get that going. Robert, what is your character's name? As the camera pulls back from that room.
Her name is Rosalind Harris.
How do you spell that last name?
For like
Barris.
So camera pulls back out of that room, back down the lines of cryo tubes. Another one pops up. Again, you can see the text at the bottom of it, Rosalind V. Pops open, slides up, and you're laying in there, just undergarments, as expected of cryo sleep.
So I get up and I look for some clothes.
Okay, you've got your locker right next to you. It's got kind of the basic jumper that you wear for the crew.
Yeah, I put that on.
Okay. You immediately notice the name on the patch, yours, and then underneath it, it says the Cherubim King.
Guessing that's the name of the ship.
Mm-hmm. A little flight patch. Okay, so you're getting dressed. I think Lance, you had the 5, right? Okay, what is your character's name?
Troy Volbrecht.
How'd you spell that last name?
Wolbrecht.
So the camera pulls back again as you start to change. Pulls back, so the cryopod you came out of is now obscuring you from view. Again, pulls back another one, fully upright, pops open, smoke roiling out of it again. Pulls back, Troy W. written on the bottom of it. Again, just undergarments.
It's German.
Ooh.
It's all German last name. But he's probably American. You only know the one accent. I used to know a German accent. One. But then it became Russian.
How does that work?
It drifts eastward over
Okay,
time.
yeah.
You wait long enough, it's a Japanese accent.
Okay, it's a Euro accent. Got it.
We have like lip gloss on for no good reason.
Just look around. I've been out of cryo before, so I'll just do some light stretches and
Okay, start doing
Get
some
ready.
stretches,
Calisthenics.
jumping jacks, calisthenics.
touch the toes.
Just kind of
Your toes?
warm up a little bit. Somebody else's toes.
Please, no.
So as you're stretching, the camera spins around, goes down the other direction. We see that Rosalind is completely dressed, making her way towards the cryo recovery lounge. Pulls up on the last cryopod that has popped up. What's the name on the bottom of it?
Yolanda Guerrero.
How'd you spell that last name?
Guerrero.
Okay. Yolanda G printed at the bottom. Pops open, roiling smoke, as everyone else. Top slides up. You're inside, comfortable, groggy, coming to.
I'm gonna look for some clothes.
Okay. Locker's right next to you. Pop that open. Again, full jumpsuit. It's got this kind of like dark purple with a teal highlight. Used for kind of the stitching for any of the shoulders, kneecaps, any of the joints. Again, you also notice the Cherubim King written underneath your name.
Alright.
Alright. So we cut ahead to about 2 or 3 minutes later. You've done your stretches. Do you want to get dressed or just head to cryo recovery? Okay. Are you just going to wait on that tea, or are you going to go get dressed while you're waiting on that tea?
It's going to get further undressed.
Yes.
Take those gym shorts off.
Completely naked, staring out into space.
How else do you
not this character.
drink your coffee?
I think
tea.
I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna wait in this tea. I'm just gonna
Just sitting there waiting.
The
So-
man has got his priorities right.
Yeah. So the three of you, then, Troy, Rosalind, and Yolanda, are all sitting around that kind of main central table. Few feet off, Travis is standing there, still just in his boxers, staring at that hot water.
Intently.
With a perfect mohawk, covered in tattoos.
And I was like, God damn it.
Starting to steam. He's got his cup prepped, tea, nice little baggie.
2 drumsticks. His gym shorts. Of all times.
You really can't put on clothes before you have tea.
I really want to.
God damn it.
Could have put the clothes on
I
while you
know.
were waiting.
I just woke up, man. So I'm just trying to get this one.
Temperature register 175.
Just.
Is there anything
Let's
else
look
in
up.
those
Can
lockers?
we just not go through this right now?
In the personal lockers, no.
All I just want to do is just, just hang out. Just drink some
You're
tea.
harshing my space vibe.
I'll put some clothes on here in a minute. Well, just,
As you were.
Yeah. Tea finishes.
yeah. Now, if you'll excuse me, throw the bag in and just then walk towards my locker.
With
The tea.
the mug.
Yeah, with the
Priorities.
gun in hand and coffee. Tea in the other.
The fox is back.
Yeah.
So, like, looking at the window, we're still, like, out in space, right?
The room you're in,
No windows?
you've got one window kind of like behind the seating.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see out to space. Just a black nothingness dotted with stars.
Okay. Was the ship supposed to be headed?
You think about it a bit. If you want to try to remember, give me a willpower 1-4. So 1 die of 4 or higher will succeed.
Nice.
Come on, dice.
I trimmed off all my nails today, so got a
The lack of
dexterity
claws.
penalty right now.
For the fine motor.
So we get to add our
Resolve.
attribute to our dice pool?
Yep, add the 2 die pools together.
Okay.
Yep. That way, if resolve happens to be a different type of die,
So
roll
like
two
mine
separate.
is 3d6, 1d12.
Yeah, I'm good.
Mine's 3.
I don't. I'm
3d6,
gonna add
3d8.
oh, okay. I was gonna say,
I have.
yeah,
That's. What did you say it was? A
1-4,
Okay, so it's 4 successes then.
4 successes.
So 4, 2 6s and a 5.
These are 6s, right? So divided in half.
What?
These are supposed to be 6s, right?
No, I go up to a 6, and then it starts over. 7 is a 1, 8 is a 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm thinking about it the other way. Okay. Yeah. So you think back, and with just pure clarity, this was a cargo vessel. You were transporting biological waste from Eris 6 to a local sun to just jettison it in there.
Okay. Does it look like we're anywhere near a sun?
No,
Okay.
at least not from the one window you're looking at.
Okay. How much, like, how many people were supposed to be on this ship besides us?
You remember it's a complement of like 60 or so pretty good number. You think back, there was this main cryo chamber, a secondary cryo chamber, which you heard rumors was kind of being used for storing some of the biological material, keeping it on lockdown.
Okay.
You come back into the room dressed, coffee in hand. You somehow got dressed without putting the coffee
Tea.
down. No, tea, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Let's be clear.
it's tea. So this is all common knowledge that we have all taken on a job to be part of this.
I'm the only one that's remembered so far.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
the rest of us are kind of like,
that haze of waking back up. Things aren't clear.
You gotta make a willpower roll to remember.
1-4 if you want to do it.
Okay.
It can also be provided.
I'm still
By
trying to piece
Yolanda.
together what's going on.
I've got 2 successes. So.
Yeah.
Does it
I
sound
got
like
3
there are
successes.
other people
Good to
up and about right now?
so you said willpower, yeah?
Not really. You noticed every room you've walked into, the lights have done the like slow flicker on to full power. That kind of fluorescent where it's just kind of building up to full power.
Okay.
With
So
my 3
it's-
successes, do I remember what we do on the ship?
Yeah, and that honestly can be whatever it is you want to do. Maybe you hitched a ride on this just because you needed to go somewhere else. Maybe you're a member of the crew. Maybe you're I don't know, somebody involved in some way, shape, or form. But everybody on board has a jumpsuit, whether you're a passenger or an employee.
I think I'm one of the inspectors to make sure that the job is getting done.
You know, government inspector, probably from Earth.
Security.
Okay.
Doctor.
Okay.
IT.
Sounds good.
But yeah, at least knowing just my proficiencies, I'm sure what yet of exactly what I was assigned to do.
Or if you're just traveling.
Just kind of like, all right. So I'm waking up just like,
I don't think we're anywhere near our destination yet.
Well,
It seems odd that we'd be woken up because we're not like essential bridge crew or anything, are we? Or any
some of you are not.
I mean, speak for yourself.
I should probably check to see if the bio.
I mean, I
Material
don't know
is
what
still
you guys
secure?
do, so
Yeah, there's no, like, aside from the name and the crew, that's it.
I'm Troy. I'm the government inspector who's here to make sure that the material is disposed of.
so you don't actually fly the ship. So no, you're not bridge crew.
I'm an important officer.
Do you fly the ship?
No, I'm
Then-
security.
Then you're probably not bridge crew either.
I don't know. She could be this
I fly the
chief
ship.
security officer, which would be on the bridge.
I'm not high enough up to be chief.
If
of
you fly the
anything.
ship, you're really shitty at flying the ship because you have very little operate ship.
You just let the AI do it.
Shouldn't that be a deceit roll?
I mean, the way he's delivering it, it seems fairly clear. He's either not a pilot or
Sarcasm.
he doesn't care.
It doesn't sound like anybody
No,
else
I'm
is up and
kidding.
about.
Yeah,
I do
maybe
IT.
we should try to find the main computer
Turn the ship
and
off and
see
on.
what's going on.
yeah.
That'd be a good idea. Let's be careful though.
Yeah,
This has me on edge already. Us being
No one
woken up
else
like
was woken
this.
up.
Nobody else has been woken up yet. You notice there's a central mainframe terminal here that you could get access to if you wanted to.
Mosey my way over, just kind of saunter and just be like, all right, let's take a look at what's going on.
do you actually know how to do that better than you know how to fly ship?
Well, we'll just have to see.
Okay. Head over to it, start typing in some basic commands. What are you looking for here?
The first is that
Back to
why isn't anybody else woken up? So I think that's my first thing. Like status of pods.
Okay,
To make sure we're not malfunctioning, which would be probably a greater fear. Which was based. There was a movie like that recently. What am I thinking of? It had
Not alright.
Chris Pratt and
Oh,
Passengers.
passengers. Yeah.
Passengers. So
Okay, so you type in cryostasis, jump into that directory, status, get a report back.
Better ending should have been that.
It slowly
she does
lists
what
out, kind of
Chris
like
Pratt
teletype,
did.
line by line,
Chris
each
Pratt.
pod status, and it's going through like
And
name,
realize,
or first
is
name,
at the end
last
they just
initial,
finally hook up and
rank,
course, live.
and then cryopod status.
make like a garden.
You're noticing all of them are either not in use or like
That's that shit
woken
just
up,
killed
and you get the
Chris
last
Pratt.
date being
And then
like a week
done what
ago.
Chris Pratt did.
That would have been my first option.
Goes through, and you get kind of this rough guesstimate that actually you four are the last to be woken up here. It seems like everybody else has been woken up in increments. Over the past week, people have been woken up in about 6-hour increments in groups, and you are the last group.
okay, but otherwise it seems pretty normal. Okay, I should say. Okay, there's nothing that's like dead.
Nobody's
Okay.
registered dead. There's no malfunctions, no failures.
Cool. I'll do just one more quick search if this terminal is capable of doing that, and that's the.
Yeah,
I
you would
wanna
know
know
with
if-
your base skill, this is a mainframe terminal.
Do I know
This
if-
accesses like the ship's main computer, and you can pull any info you want from
Sure.
it, as long as you have security. clearance.
Are we on track? Things of that nature. Is our
So-
ship good G to G?
Enter in like bridge, navigate over there, and gives you a security code required. Alright, so gonna try your first hacking roll.
Do we know if all of the crew on this ship was cryogenically frozen, or were they like swapping people out in ships to actually pilot the thing?
Swap shifts.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so you will be looking at a engineering
Has their own
computers roll.
Cryo.
And,
So-
and then it would be your field, right?
Yeah, field
Okay,
of computers.
So
You're looking at a
4, 6, 8.
we're gonna say a 2-5 for this one to crack the system.
So
Ooh.
two fives.
Mhm.
Okay. So it looks like I have 3 D8. Yeah.
Yep, and then you'll add mind in there as well.
You'll add mind.
Yep. So whatever your total for mind, the
2d6.
mind roll,
Oh,
yeah, should be 2d6.
It should already be listed.
In the pool.
Cool. So I just wanted to make sure this is right because
Yeah.
I know when I'm looking at luck.
Well,
that's
fuck, I don't know anymore.
no, that's why I'm not trying to.
We've changed everything. It's a completely different system. We're using only D2s.
Nice.
Just flipping
Flipping
coins.
coins. Yeah.
Okay, so
We switched to a jelly bean based system. Depending on what colors
You
you
may
get.
have something there.
Yeah. Then
Yes.
you get to eat them.
People love that shit.
They eat that shit up.
Yeah. Later.
And then you eat the vomit.
So should be
No.
2d6 plus 3d8.
Sorry, it's
So you should have a pretty
he's
decent chance.
infected me. I've been living with him for too long.
Yeah, you live with that.
Right.
You make care
So
of
6 and 8 and a 5. So
Okay.
the other 2 were 3s.
So you had what, 3 successes at that?
It looks like a yes.
Okay, so 2 successes were required, which means you had 1 extra success.
Which is like
So-
some type of advantage.
Yeah, you succeed with a little bit of flair here. It's literally like, all right, first try, nope. Second try, nope. And then you're like, wait a second. Third try,
Password.
ding. Password 123.
I'm in. Yeah.
I'm in. Bridge status.
The upgraded from
Pop in there,
normal just
grab
password.
navigation.
fuck,
I-
it's an update. Give it a minute.
You've dropped,
10 minutes later.
you've dropped out of jump space early. There seems to be some problem on the ship that started a week ago. There's also mention of a boarding that has occurred 2 days ago.
Okay.
That's not good.
No.
How far off are we from course?
You're still on course.
Right.
You're technically a week
Sublight.
behind schedule. Because, yeah, you've dropped into sublight instead of jump, and just time scales are
Yeah.
painful. But you're about a day's jump away from the sun in question when you would drop your cargo
Yeah.
and head back.
Sure. Alrighty.
Oh, that's not bad.
So my
That's
back
real
only
close.
ever
Okay.
starts age
Uh,
after I put on my
It's the
leather
very
jacket.
end of the town.
Good news, everyone. We are the last bit of crew to be released. It seems to be done in shifts.
It's not
We're
very
the
bustling
last.
right now.
So take that as well. Looks to be we jumped out a little early. That sucks, but whatever. And something about a boarding 2 days ago, whatever that means.
As soon as you finish that, the ship starts shaking.
Maybe
And
we're
then
gonna figure that
stops.
out. Oh.
Something on that.
Any type of warning on what do? Were we hit by something there?
Uh,
Did something about the computers say anything?
You're well versed with the computers. You know, probably a good idea to just like check ship status via like ship map layout kind of stuff. You see engines on floor 1
I thought you were going to say engines on fire.
Well, wait till
shit.
it finishes.
have been destroyed,
Oh.
and the connecting part of the ship to the right, so you're looking at the
Are we gonna
cargo
get
off
another
there, or the
ship
gantry
cut in
off
half?
there, has been completely blown off. The cargo bay above it on floor 2 has depressurized, and you're noticing that there is a depressurization event in the barracks on floor 1.
Do I know where
So roughly a
Women are-
fourth of the ship just kind of got hosed there.
do I know where the biomaterial was held?
You can make guesses off the map. You know there was a cryo bay where some of it was held, and the rest probably in a cargo bay of some sort.
Okay.
You really got a thing against ships, don't you?
I mean, things have to explode, right?
My man.
It's a requirement.
Okay.
Or you just explode them many
I'm gonna
times.
take the
through
nearby
time.
digital printer and just
Yeah.
that prints from like the
Little old yellow
Yeah.
paper, teletype.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
Printout takes a solid minute.
Where are we at right now? Crowd chamber.
You are out of
in
cyan.
D1.
Specifically that.
Only cyan.
Yes, you are
I
currently
gotta print
in
black and white now.
D1.
I take a point of trauma damage. Okay, so not good. So it basically will explain to what systems were just destroyed or under duress.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to mark the map.
Any
So,
idea how long ago that was?
Now?
literally just now.
Okay.
Your guess.
What's that Spaceballs joke? You're seeing now.
Now.
Right now. Now.
When will then be now? Soon.
Then, sir. Now.
Need to rewatch that. It's been too long.
Yeah.
We ain't found shit.
So the engines on floor 1 at location C4 exploded, ironically.
Okay.
I know, right? And this was a random generation. I couldn't not laugh at that. Yeah. So
I think the engines in the C4 have like a slightly higher chance of exploding.
So the galley, which is in C5, has basically been blown off of the ship. The barracks in C3 has a decompression event. And on floor 2, B4, the cargo bay seems to have also taken some serious damage from the explosion and has decompressed.
Galley's gone, which means it's Nutrigrain bars from here on out.
The worst. Nutrigrain bars and dried milk.
Alrighty. Well, that's all I know.
Okay.
The lights flicker and about half of them turn off.
Is there anything in there to give any indication of why they exploded? Like, are we taking hits from the outside?
Yeah, let me check that. It looks to be as though something bad happened.
Yeah.
The most you're able to pull out of it was there was an explosion.
Kabooms.
That's about it.
Can't tell if it came from inside or outside the ship.
Well, we were recently boarded, so there's a possibility that was the other ship.
Yeah, I'd
That was
ask
a
the
week
computer more
ago.
questions, but I think
2
it'd
days
like me to
ago.
take it out.
Yeah,
the
boarding
door
was 2
first.
days ago.
It could still be nearby.
In case there are people here, do you know where weapons are?
Do I know
Or it
that?
could have been their evacuation.
You remember, especially when you're looking at the map there, that one of the each of the barracks should definitely have weapons in them. They'll have lockers and that kind of setup. Outside of that, some of the bunks have weapons in them, but you can't remember if the bunks on floor 2, the current floor you're on, have them or not.
Well, there's
I
a
mean-
barracks just above us. There should be an elevator on this floor.
Well, technically below you.
Below. Oh, yeah.
What all is in the room that we're currently in?
You're looking at a nice kind of recovery suite. It's got a selection of beverages, a small selection of medical stimulants. Outside of that, it's mostly just an area to relax, to kind of get your bearings, and has a mainframe terminal as well as a window, which, if you want to look at the map, is kind of pointing down. So it looks into the square E1, if that helps you get a feel for orientation.
We're going to sit down on one of the couches. Really nice couch.
If there's anything that's in like a bottle or something, I'm gonna reach
Yeah,
out
there's
and
bottled water.
pull it towards me, and I'll say anything's a weapon if you're creative enough.
Okay. Give me a quick... Well, we're outside of any danger.
Yeah.
Just spend the 1 flux point to use that.
I was hoping for something a little more lethal, but I don't know what all would.
It's a glass bottle. It'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a spaceship. Most stuff's gonna be nailed down pretty well.
Some of it. A lot of it is designed to be removed for maintenance and that kind of stuff.
Flux user, eh? Cool. Spent a
Smash
lot
on
of
the
studies with implants and
Geek
other
out
things.
about it.
Necessary.
Smash it, water goes everywhere.
That,
I forgot there was water in it.
that was some
It's
good
been
water.
we've been asleep for a while, right? I'm a little rusty.
I'm thinking doing
well,
the whole
if
bottle breaks.
You're not interested in the rest of us being armed. Because I'm
No,
not
I'd like
re-
a better weapon than a broken water bottle. That was just me screwing around.
Yeah,
Let's go find the armory.
yeah.
Well, maybe we just need to find the elevator and go up the floor. There's a barracks on the first floor.
Where'd you say that the weapons probably were?
Barracks.
Barracks, you would
Okay.
believe, would have a majority of those.
Alright.
You know, the majority of ships have their own complement of effectively like Marines, for lack of a better term. Really, rent-a-cops would be a better term for them.
I mean, Space Marines are Space Marines.
Yeah, they like to use that terminology, but
They like
a
to
lot
think
of them
they're
aren't
cool.
that skilled.
And all
So
of
that's
them are on
probably
stims.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be on board as
Yeah.
like a refresher crew in case somebody gets too injured or, you know, their tour of duty is over, they go back in cryo, and then you start getting paid.
Yeah. I'm your second string.
You know,
All right.
you're only paid when you're conscious.
That's fair. Can you imagine making like $10 an hour for several weeks?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing anything.
On
good money, right?
on cryo, you're just on call.
Effectively, yeah. The worst type of on-call. Unpaid on-call.
Okay. So,
Let's take the elevator down to the barracks below us.
Okay.
there's stairs. It might be safer to use stairs.
Or
Only elevators, because of the future. Yeah.
there's
What
probably
do
the
we do
ladder
if
on the
there's a
inside.
fire?
It's space. Nothing's ever going to catch fire. What could possibly
No,
go wrong?
no. If there's a fire, you just depressurize the room
Yeah.
for a second, and then
It's fine.
repressurize.
Don't worry about the people inside.
No, you
Alright.
just make sure they grab a mask quick.
Okay, so yeah, the door swings open or slides open. There's a small little connecting hallway that branches off. One direction you see goes to one cargo bay, another to a different one, and there's also an elevator marked here that goes down a floor. By the look of it, down to barracks, according to the map. There's also like maintenance panel that you know could get you access to some of the maintenance that would probably get you down a floor if need be.
Okay. Well, elevator's the only way to get down there. Let's just everybody be at the ready in case we're not alone on the ship.
Your broken bottle with you, ready for a fight.
Well, I would hope that we aren't completely alone, since everyone was woken up from cryo before.
know what I
But if
mean.
they're all dead, somebody killed them.
Elevator swings open. You look inside, and there's a splash of blood. Everybody take 2 points of violence trauma.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
gross.
It's quite the health code violation, but I'm not a health
So
inspector.
you've got that soak, so you
Yeah.
should only be taking 1 off this.
Sure.
Where
No,
does
but
the
it does
soap
have to be
come from?
attributed to that, right?
Trauma.
Soak will be on the back, so if you flip in the top right, you've got your soaks. You always have the option if you want to use your 1 trauma soak, but that does throw you into a panic state.
I see.
So if you want to freak out
No.
at the sight of blood, yeah, not really great for Rent-A-Cop. It is an option,
I'm good.
but you've got plenty of trauma points to
Yeah.
use, so
Cool.
Don't
So
worry.
the Iron Will, it's just every time I get that. I can
every
shrug it.
source.
Oh,
Yep,
cool.
you're reducing things by 1.
Sweet. And then otherwise, if you just want to take it and not use any of your soaks, you can just
Yeah,
throw it
just
on your-
take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the? So
Does
special
anybody else
pool?
want to go back and get the broken water bottle?
Fair question.
I mean,
Shouldn't we find better weapons down here?
Well, if there's blood in the
I don't
elevator,
think
there might
there's
be
a
someone
barracks
waiting for
on
us
this
down
floor.
Or shouldn't we be in the barracks?
No, we're
No.
in the cryo chamber.
Is the
The elevator opened and it's bloody.
Yeah, so it just opened. It's still on floor 2 with you guys, and there's
Okay.
just this like arterial spray of blood up a wall.
I'll just cover my mouth and step in.
Okay.
there? Nobody else wants to? Okay. Get in. I'll take point.
Okay, I'll go then.
All right.
Are you
Fine as
joining?
well. Okay. You've got your 2 buttons. Press the button for down. Doors open up, and you can see a kind of like Spartan barracks hallway first in front of you. A door on the other side of the elevator, already kind of torn inwards. And inside, you can see a collection of corpses.
Oh, cool.
We're looking at 6 violence trauma for this one. It looks like these people have been mutilated.
Are they wearing the same jumpsuits as we are?
Yes.
Okay.
The barracks itself, lights are kind of flickering and dim. It seems that generator that went out was providing a good amount of power for the ship, and it's now struggling to try to keep up.
So is there no
many
like
points?
willpower
6.
roll
6.
for resisting trauma points or?
Nope, it is straight damage,
So,
and then you use
what's this
soaks to
track?
block.
So, I got a question.
Valhalla. Showtime. Specific.
That
For
seems familiar.
for my exploit,
Mhm.
does I only need 1 to reach level 1.
Okay.
Does the other 5 carry over to like level 4?
Yeah, if they can be used for the next one of your exploit, then yeah, they carry over.
Okay, 1,
So you're just gonna blaze through that one, aren't you?
2, 3.
I might actually. Can I go out of order? Because
Oh no, it does have to be in order.
Okay.
There is the difference. So if you fill the first one and whatever you're doing happens to fill the next, yeah, VA-11 Hall-A.
Okay, so I filled the first one.
Nice. Which one's that again?
Rational mind.
All right. I think that's just a boost of an extra trauma point, but I can double check real quick. Get your first exploit trauma point.
But is that take 5 3 times, or is it just take 5 trauma points?
No, it's just take 3 trauma points.
Yep. Some of those will fill up faster than others.
Because that seems super fast.
Super fly.
Because could have almost just filled that out in the first trauma.
Well, maybe you're not normally supposed to stumble into a bunch of corpses.
Well, I mean, we just opened
Yeah.
up an elevator and we took 2, so...
Yep. Some will fill faster than others, and again, it's something that'll get tweaked as time goes on. May end up being, take 3 different sources or those kind of things for it.
Take 2 points 3 times. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Kind of build up to it. So. All right. Otherwise, from the elevator, you can see the hallway. You can see into the barracks. Barracks is very kind of Spartan in design. You've got the classic bunk beds. Each one of those bunks has a hanging foot locker underneath the bed itself. So there's 2 foot lockers in each. And you can see on the walls is a full standing locker, which you would assume is for suit and other dress attire.
Okay, so did we decide that I just get an extra trauma point for that?
Yeah, extra trauma point. Your max goes up by 1, which means your current also goes up by 1, depending on how you count it.
Would I know if the biomaterial that we stored would have been capable of this mess?
You know what you were transmitting was a biological hazard. You remember the sign vaguely. If you want to give me a willpower to try to remember details.
You're a doctor, right? Can you tell what happened to these people?
If you'd like to enter the room.
It seems as
Yeah,
though they've
I'll
died.
enter the room and
Okay.
I'll examine the people.
I'll go with her.
What's my success rate?
A
Bodyguard.
1-4. Nice and simple.
1 4. I got 2 4.
Nice.
I'm
So,
not really this kind
You
of
think
doctor.
back on
but
it, you get the danger chart set up for it. It was a contact biological issue of something to do with flesh necrotization. So some sort of necrotizing fasciitis or something like that would be what you'd assume. You didn't get the full details of it. It was classified, but the danger or the chemical warning, biological warning was provided. Okay, so you'd like to do medical to try to figure out how these people died?
Yeah.
Medicine of, I'd say, 1-3. It's pretty simple.
Man, I'm not a professional, but I think these people died.
I
So-
think somebody should have woken me up earlier.
3 successes.
3 successes?
Yes, very
Okay.
violently.
I get down, check it real quick. There's very clear, like, lacerations, very deep cuts. A couple of them have puncture wounds, and there seems to be something that's kind of looks like a large porcupine quill. So, kind of a spike in shape, and it has smaller little, almost hairs coming off of it as it went in.
Does it have the hooked end like a porcupine quill does?
No. So it's just like a straight point, and then each of the little hairs are kind of pointing off a bit of an angle.
It's kind of like a trident.
Kind of. I'm trying to think. Imagine an almond in shape, kind of elongated a little bit, and cover it in hairs that are pointing forwards. So it's like you're getting hit by this large thing, and then these small little hairs are kind of ripping through as well.
Does it look organic?
Yes. You'd guess some sort of like bone structure of some sort.
I'm not entirely sure these people were killed by other people.
Could have been what boarded us 2 days ago. It does not seem like it was the biomaterial we were carrying. That was more flesh-eating in nature than as like a biohazard rather than a creature.
Let's see if
From
we
what I
can't find
can
some
tell.
weapons.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to roll encounter. Everybody's going to roll encounter at 1-4. If you get a success, you've got yourself a scene point, and then for every extra 2 successes you have, you're generating another scene point.
Where is encounter? Say?
Under luck.
Under.
Yep. Luck encounter.
What is if you have no pips in it for the number of dice? It's just one.
It's just
Doesn't
luck.
add then. You need both to be able to do something with it. So you just use luck in that case.
Oh, so you just use luck. Okay.
Yep.
Jeez, what did you say we needed to match?
1-4.
Nope.
Okay.
I've got
No
one
scene
success.
Okay, you've got 1 scene point. 3 successes? That's 2 scene
4,
points.
6.
Nice.
All right. 2 4s and a 6.
2 4s.
We got the same roll.
Oh, really?
Dang. Okay, so both of you have 2 scene points to spend if you'd like to.
Okay.
As it stands, I'm going to say there are 4 greed rolls you can make in here. That will be a roll that will let you determine what you actually want to find. Each one of you can make a greed roll if you would like, but the way the rules work for that is that each person can make a greed roll once, and then they can make the second one only after everybody else at the table has rolled.
Okay.
With your 2 scene points, if you want to, you can add another greed roll to the scene, but I'm going to provide a little wrinkle to getting access to it.
Okay.
Your other choices, you could add a danger to the scene, so something like a frayed wire, explosive barrel, spilled munitions, something dangerous
is it
of
red?
that sort.
What is
It's
this
a red
red
barrel,
What's this
definitely.
red thing in the corner? Is that blood? It's covered in blood.
Blood.
I can't tell if it's red
What about
or
that wine?
if it's
Is that a
just
red wine?
For 1 scene
The red
point,
wine
you can
barrel.
add some cover in the room. And also for 1 scene point, if you'd like to, you can add something useful that's contained just within this room. So it could be like, hey, I want another terminal to get access. Yeah, I can throw that in there. Maybe it's
Somebody
locked.
gets scene points and just make terminals.
No, I mean, you could.
I just want a wall radio.
Just always the little wall radio.
You carry around a section of wall with you that's been cut out with like a power saw that has a wall radio. And hold on.
So yeah, so you've got 1 point, so you could add something useful, you could add some cover, you could add something dangerous. Now, dangerous doesn't mean it's just dangerous for you, it's dangerous for other people as well. You can potentially use it to that
You could
advantage.
shoot the red barrel.
Exactly, yeah. Tilt it over and hit somebody with it, you know.
Just roll it down the hallway.
Could be some sparking wires that are stuck in a position where you push somebody over it, they're going to get zapped.
With all that pool of blood, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Divinity told me.
That being said,
Yeah.
you don't have to spend these points immediately. you've got these points where it's like, oh, if something happens at this point in time, you're like, oh, there's a monster there. I want some cover. You can be like, all right, one of the bunks tipped over or has been kind of tipped in such a way that it provides cover, and you can use that.
Could I spend a story point on like a broken android being
For
being
useful?
here?
Sure.
And it's like semi-conscious.
Yeah, so you'll add it there. I'm going to make the wrinkle that it's currently non-functional, but repairable.
There's this machine over there. Maybe it saw what happened here. You maybe could give us some clues.
Do I see that it's visibly broken?
Yeah, like, we'll do the classic of an arm has been completely torn out of the sockets.
I
and
might be able to fix it.
Like Bishop from Aliens, from the waist down, it is just missing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly, was just
It's
like
not going
waste-
anywhere, but it can provide you with information should
It's,
it be fixed.
yeah, I mean, this thing is. I mean, it's not going to be able to talk to me anytime soon.
I could probably maybe fix it up a little bit. Computers aren't quite my thing, but engineering I can work with.
I mean, yeah, if you don't know, get the thing so it could actually talk to me, sure.
Okay, I'll make a mechanics engineering or electronics. Outside of
In this
electronics.
case, we'll say electronics. You're trying to get it functional again, mostly just to speak, right?
Yes.
We're going to make this one a 2-4. Kind of difficult. You need some knowledge to figure out how this works.
3, 4.
Nice. So yeah, managed to get it up and running, and if you want to, it can say you can give it an accent.
If it is beyond Steven's capabilities, you
I know. I'm
That's-
you
trying,
shot yourself in the foot.
I'm
I mean,
trying
you
to
know.
figure out what accents Steven's done before. I'm like,
This is
Not
where you
many.
shoot him in the foot.
How about How about pirate?
Swahili? How about Xhosa?
Farsi?
Yeah.
I think I want it to have a broken accent. I want it's
Stuttering. Okay.
no, not even it's stuttering. It goes like its speaking function is slightly broken. Like
Yeah.
it's stuck in a language program and it's switching between the two languages.
It's stuck in some obscure dead language. Bonjour.
So what Lance has just done is made your work harder by telling you to essentially do two accents and flip between them at will.
or you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want. Just accent.
Broken machine is reasonable.
Now you know how I
I'm
feel.
picturing the scene from Up where the kid's messing with the language setting on Doug's collar. I use this here collar. I would be happy if you stopped.
Okay, so you bend over, kind of pop the back of the head open, start futzing around with the internals.
Is it on?
So you use the thing that double A's the other way around.
Flip it, and eyes open up. It kind of rights itself a little bit, balances, and looks from side to side.
Hello there. Can you tell us what
How may I
happened?
help you?
Do you have a recording of your last operations?
Last actions recorded: disembowelment by unknown entity.
Do you have image that we could download or description?
Very personal.
Images are not stored.
Good.
Creature was vaguely humanoid.
Do you have any questions?
2 large claws.
Good.
Spines.
Not the one I saw.
Wonderful.
Don't worry, chap. We'll get you service soon. We'll get you brand new legs. As I'm like, I think I'm like standing like behind him.
Behind him, talking. It's like it's a missing arm, and it's been literally cut in half.
Yeah, it's
From the waist down,
torsos.
it's missing. There's this like blue fluid kind of leaked out onto the floor.
Is that a deceit
Fluid,
roll?
yeah.
No, I'm like standing behind him, like you might need a deceit roll.
At this point, it kind of like freezes into tilts forward.
Well, it ran out of juice.
Yeah.
It blew it. Yes, I ran out and blew
Yeah.
it.
Blue
So-
TM.
So we should probably look for weapons.
I made a greed roll already.
Okay, so when you're making a greed roll, tell me what type of item you're looking for. Be it weapon, equipment, something you can wear, just generic resources. What are you looking for?
Doggy. Give you a thumbs up there. Sure.
I mean, this goes for everyone as well. There's 4 greed rolls to be made in here, so each one of you can make the roll. Let me know what type of item you're looking for. That will determine difficulty. Because you're in a barracks.
That was a weapon.
Weapon? Okay. Barrack or weapon, it's just going to be 1-3.
Got that, and I got a 4.
Okay. So 3 and a 4. With the extra success, you can actually find an item with a charge on it.
Okay.
You're looking for a weapon. You've got melee proficiencies. So you find a pretty heavily damaged, we'll say, like, fire axe that's been used.
Okay.
So it should be the items out here. Inventory. One of the pages should have weapons on it. Fire axe. It's got a durability of 1. It has been beat to hell. Extensively used. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a weapon.
Okay. So 1-3. Easy to find weapons here.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. What weapon proficiencies do you have? Any?
Firearms would be the best for me.
And that's what I'm going to default with, but I just wanted to make sure if you've got melee or something like that, that I'm providing you with something.
I
You
don't.
do.
I can't see the axe.
Oh, just
Trying to help to entertain.
just think about Todd Howard now.
Just think about Todd Howard.
You having a giggle, mate.
Oh.
You find a pistol, but you find that it is currently empty.
Todd Howard.
So you can write down ballistic pistol under items.
Just sells.
It just works.
It just sells. It spreads money.
While they're writing that down, I was trying to be me, go to one of those farms where they sell produce and hay rides and shit for the kids. So I'd go on a hayride just for the hell of it.
What are you looking for?
I'll look for a weapon.
Okay. 1-3.
3.
3. All right. Like 3 successes.
3
Is
successes.
that
Like the
kind
wind,
of
like the
nice?
wind he rides.
Do you have like melee weapons as a proficiency? Or are you
firearms.
Firearms? Okay.
They called for a higher action.
Got 3, so you've got 2 extra successes in it. So you also find a pistol, ballistic pistol, with 2 shots left in it.
Oh, sweet. A whole 2 shots.
Mm-hmm. 2 out of 5.
Two fortune rolls and grid roll, and I'm trying to figure out, like, we're just on barracks here?
Mm-hmm. So you can look for weapons, you can look for like items you could wear, you could look for ammunition, you could look for general equipment, you could look for like raw resources. You're like, I found somebody's bundled some wood in here, some excellent space lumber.
I'm gonna look, okay, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna look for, like, I don't know, some, maybe equipment, I suppose, to see what's lying around.
So usable equipment, not wearable equipment.
Do you have
Okay.
page 59?
In that case, it's going to be a 1-4.
I do.
Okay.
Sure, 1-4, and I just roll luck if I don't have greed.
Yep.
It's 57. That looks like it should be.
Yeah.
Shift these around so I get a
Projectile
bigger
attack
frame
5
over here.
AP.
3, 3, 6. What was the a 1-4?
1-4.
Okay, cool. That's 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So you're looking around. Oh, wait. Every item starts with at least 1 charge. Sorry. So you've got 1 shot in that pistol. You've got an extra shot in there. And you've got an extra bit of durability.
So do I have 3 shots then?
Yes. Because each extra success can give you 1 extra charge.
What is the slot thing for?
Where it's being held, so is it at your hip, is it on your back, is it in a hand?
This is a shouldered quality.
Yeah, so if it's not in your hands, it's got to be like slung across your back. Okay, so you find 1 cellular regeneration spray, so health spray, effectively. Requires no actual training to use. Point at wound, spray,
Point and
recover
spray.
health.
It's an aerosol can with a little green
Little health
first
like
aid
that.
thing. No,
It's got to
That
be
makes
green
me
because red
instantly
gets
feel
you
way
sued.
better.
Yeah. Okay,
God, that
and
was like
I
something
think
like
it's in. Where's the equipment one?
Pat rolling his grave. Just feel like every time I look at that, I'm just like, oh, I feel suddenly more
Cellular regeneration spray.
It's confusing that when they use it in Resident Evil, they don't have to like prime it first.
It's just straight. Yeah.
Like
And
that's
then-
not how aerosol.
What is it in? Is it 5? Where it's like you can do it, and the way they do it is they like Axe body spray it
Yeah.
across themselves.
Yeah.
Really weird.
I mean, that game was super machismo.
Oh no, definitely.
Oh,
yeah,
this
This is
yeah.
Chris
punch this
punching
boulder.
boulders.
Give it a
I
haymaker.
have a special place in my heart for it, even if I recognize that it's a really
Really
To be
dumb.
fair, I think
It's
that
like
game
B
was
movie quality though.
like though. I think whatever was going on story wise in that game was one. I think playing the game was a lot of fun. It's probably one of my more favorite cooperative experiences.
It's a fun, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun call.
Story just had no idea what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, feel free to copy down some of the basics under equipment.
So how do we read the effects like range and stuff?
So the at is your range for the weapon. The first range is the number of spaces you can fire up to without any penalty. And then the second is where you're going to fire up to with a single disadvantage, which means drop a die.
315 and then SP.
Is the number of spaces.
Okay.
So it's letting you know.
Okay.
Rest of it makes sense?
Yep. Invest is just.
So on the front page, it gives you a quick readout, and it's in the primer, I think, as well. That should be the page that actually says inventory. There you go. Invest, I think you can use extra charges for extra dice, I think.
Has everybody done a greed roll?
Mm-hmm.
So we can spend story points.
Yeah, if you spend 2 story points, or even if the 2 of you, Robert and Lance, combine your 2 1s together, you could get another one. But right now, you've effectively searched the place.
Okay.
If somebody does want to add that little extra reward with wrinkle, you can do so.
So can we not do another greed roll? Or?
The base 4 have been rolled,
Mm-hmm.
so it would be up to somebody else to spend scene points to add something else to it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what are our 4 options?
For greed rolls,
Yeah.
if you flip, what is it, like second page of the first sheet? Back of the first sheet. I think it's got actions and it's got greed roll written. Yeah, it'll give you the
Ammunition,
categories.
equipment, armor, resource. Okay.
Yeah. So you pick a category, depending on where you are, that sets the difficulty. Success is a guaranteed charge, and then extra successes, 1 charge per extra success.
So I got a story point if anybody
I
wants
got
to
a
also.
story point too, so
Okay. Yeah, if both of you want to spend those together, you can add another greed roll to the scene, but there's going to be something making it slightly difficult to get access to.
What would you want to roll for? Equipment, armor,
whatever you think.
or ammunition?
Ammunition would be good.
So is this an ammo roll?
Yes.
Okay. In here, 1-3. Easy to find.
So if I wanted to use something as like a shield,
Mm-hmm.
that would
2 successes?
what would that cost me for flux points if I'm like having it hover and follow me? Am I gonna have to be continuously spending flux points for that?
Yeah, to keep it like per turn, yes.
Okay.
You could potentially like get a makeshift shield and
Mhm.
just use it yourself, or carry something with you and then levitate when combat starts.
You could try using the chest plate on this android, but it's kind of ripped open.
Literal chest plate.
Just bring the whole android at that point.
Yeah.
Just
It's a
hover
little
a
heavy
body.
at that point, but if you're gonna hover it,
Well, that way you
So-
got a lot of stopping power, and like you can just flick the arms at
I'm
them.
trying to
real
think
fast.
if I could do a thing like
The
the
arm,
metal benders
excuse me,
did in
symbol.
Korra, where they would
Mhm.
just rip sheet metal and use it to
Like
make
bend it
armor.
onto yourself.
Magneto.
You don't have fine enough control for
Yeah.
that. Later on, yeah, you'd be able to start like bending and
Bend
melding
it,
things
uh,
into armor.
Mhm.
So with that, you find or you see there's a locker that's been kind of like busted in, so it's going to take some force to actually open up. But inside, you can see like a hanging little bandolier with 2 full magazines of small, or of what is it, light
ammunition.
ammunition? Yeah. So pistol, submachine gun ammo,
I can take
small
care of
arms ammo. There you
Fewer
go.
calibers.
I'm gonna try to use my telekinesis to wrench the door open.
Okay, so give me a channel roll, and it's going to be a 2-4, which I think is just the base for using your ability. 25 pounds of force.
apparently only takes.
What was it?
A 2-4.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay,
2
so
fours.
Sweet.
you're able to bend the door outwards, and you can see just
I
hanging.
did get an extra success because I rolled d8s for this.
Yep. So you can add a little bit of flair to however you open it. Like strike a pose.
Maybe maybe I can use the door as my shield.
Sure, yeah.
It's
Pop
got
it
like
off.
a handle on it. I can like hold it. Yeah.
It's like a little thin for a shield, but it'll work.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And she's the one who said creativity. She's
I don't actually have any points of
Working it.
creativity.
You should be able to find, I think, under equipment, maybe?
Yeah.
There should be a riot shield. I'd say grab that using a door. That's roughly right.
right.
Yeah.
All yours.
Yep. 2 full magazines sitting in there. Small ammunition.
Still surprised. I've seen a lot more of the technology for the flux and not it used in person. Very
So
interesting.
you want to split the ammunition up between us?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you
could go
need
one
any
each.
He doesn't have
traps?
No, I don't have this light.
I ain't found shit.
I got some heel spray.
Mm-hmm.
It's useful.
Good.
Wait, is your character an android?
No.
No.
Okay. I'm
Regular
surprised.
human. Yeah, Jason.
made
Yeah.
it.
We commented on that yesterday too.
Okay.
Human.
The human.
How many? Is it just ammo pouch?
Yeah, it should be like small ammo pouch.
Yep.
And effectively, you'll just split it in half, so each one of you gets a charge.
How many charges does my right shield have?
It's impromptu, so take whatever the half of the max is.
With the
So look at riot shield, find charge.
12 max.
So you've got 6. Yeah, it's not designed to be a riot shield, but
with
you
the
can make use of it.
extra success, it's only 1 pouch.
Yeah, because your base success gives you 1, and then every extra success adds another charge onto it.
Okay, so the 3 charges max is okay. So
Yep. In which case you might have 2 items. They've got a limit based on how much bulk they take up, but I don't think we're going to get to a point where we're like counting how much heavy items or bulky stuff you're carrying. Shield's amazing. That'll start pushing boundaries. But
You're carrying around a literal door, so.
it's like when superheroes rip off the door like an SUV and use that as a shield. That's kind of what you got. Space version of it.
there you go. Here's a bullet for you.
You've got a full magazine ready whenever you wanted to use it.
Where is endurance?
Should be under vitality.
I see.
First one. Yep.
2d6 plus 1d5.
Yep.
Oh wait, so they carry a full magazine, not just single bullet?
Yes, these are full reloads if you decide to
Okay.
use them.
So then I
No
typically
qualities
have.
on this one.
It should have the shield quality. Does it not?
Blank.
Oh no. Hold on. the ones above it. Does the acrylic shield have shield? Oh,
No,
it's under
it's blank.
effect. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I forgot I moved those up to effect. So the shield effect is the amount of AP you have to use to actually use it to block an attack.
Okay.
So you can think of it as armor that is only active when you use it, but it's designed to be very good armor. As
That
a
doesn't
result.
count as parrying, does it?
No, it is a full-on block.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm unsure on how much ammo I got.
So you've got a complete reload. So if the gun you're using has, and I think it's a basic pistol, so it's got 5 charges, it will fill that up to those 5.
So you have
So I-
6 shots.
6 shots.
Yep.
Okay.
But how you use them is important. You've basically got like 1 left in the chamber, and you can't put another in until you've either emptied it or just pocketed a bullet.
Well, you can put one in the chamber and then put it in the mag. You can have.
With real guns, yes.
Yeah.
In this case, no.
Because I had a friend totally forget that he had put one in the chamber, and then so when he went to disassemble his gun again, in which you have to pull a firing pin, he shot himself in the leg.
Ooh.
Which is why you always follow the base rules of guns, only point at things you want to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And the only
You was
unloaded
cleaning
weapon...
the gun.
Which is why you don't own guns.
guns. It helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. Find yourself getting shot less.
He also was in a full body cast because
Oh.
he hit the curb in his motorcycle as he was dodging someone. And,
That's why you don't.
And,
No,
and
motorcycles.
missed the sidewalk
Motorcycles.
and the grass and just hit the wall.
Oof. That's rough, man.
Yeah.
God's trying to tell him.
He
God
keeps
won't
on
let me
trying,
die.
but he can't.
Yeah.
Flashback to that X-Files episode.
Okay.
Alright. You want to bank those scene points, or you good?
I'm having.
Gonna eat
I'm
the
not
last
inspired to
cookie.
really use them right now.
Sure.
So
Well, that's good. Because we're going to have everybody roll initiative as you hear something clacking its way down the hallways. Like somebody wearing metal stiletto heels.
Literal stiletto heels.
Maybe. There's only one way to find... Yeah, I like that. I don't know, maybe a bit like deeper and bassier, but it's pretty
It has to
solid.
have a clank to it.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
The system is down. The system is down. Down, 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 down.
the cheat is ground.
How do we roll initiative?
Back when the internet was wild and free.
We're going to try a couple of ways to do it. So the first way is we're going to have take whatever you've got for initiative, and that will create a slot. We're going to see how things feel using the slot system from Fantasy Flight and some of those other systems.
Fantasy Flight Star Wars, where it's like PC slots and NPC slots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so just the number.
Yep.
No roll right now.
And players will go before NPCs will be the default. So you're coming up against a critter that happens to have an initiative of 6.
So do I.
I have an
Okay.
initiative of 8.
Nice.
So we've got 2 first,
Where's it
got a
say?
2, flip it over, top
You're gonna
right,
have to add it together.
and a 4.
It's your athletics, willpower, and encounter.
Oh, wait, so would we use the athletics? That would also be just the brawn as well. So I have a higher. than I thought.
I mean, everybody should be bumped by the same. Oh, right, yeah. I should probably throw that into the creature as well, then.
Because
Which
I
would be
forgot
giving
that for
things away.
encounter and
So you use your attributes in that as well. You add
I mean, yeah, it should technically get added into it.
that. Okay. So that's another 4.
I don't know. Let's just leave it as the skill for now.
Okay.
Simplify that,
okay.
so we don't have to do any more work.
So
Yeah,
Because that's not a bad way to keep it
seems
simple.
unnecessarily complicated if you add.
Keep building on top of
it would be
things.
the ranks in the skill.
Yeah, ranks in skill.
In
So we'll leave as
your
such.
your attributes don't affect your rank in the skill. So why would you?
There you go. Yeah. No, that actually makes sense because there's
Yeah.
other things that
Then
just
my-
call for the skill.
Then my initiative's gonna be lower.
I think it'll be fine. Flip it over real quick.
Should be
My
fine.
athletics, we just have the 1 rank, right?
We've got 2. Because you'll add both practice and theory together.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
We're
see.
saying don't add brawn
We're
on
good
top
then.
of it. Yeah. Okay, so it'll be 2-player slots, monster slot, 2-player slots. Cool.
Okay.
All right, so you're currently in this barracks. It's kind of stretched out, rectangle. Sounds like something's coming towards the doorway, but it's not in sight yet. You've got a good number of bunks that you could kind of hide behind, get half cover effectively. Who wants to take first go?
Who has the firearms?
We do.
We do.
Okay.
So you want us to go first,
Or do you want to wait till this thing rounds the corner?
or do you? You got a shield, so
True.
and a broken model.
But I have no idea what we're up against, and I'd rather not go charging it right up at it.
Do you want me just to use a turn just to use a turn?
Sure.
Well, we need 2 turns.
You
to
can
be
take
used.
cover. I would suggest the rest
That's
of you
true.
take cover.
I'm gonna take a slide, and what I'm gonna do is use my fortune to
Scene point?
Scene point,
Mhm.
yeah. Can I create cover using any of the beds? Like quickly,
Yeah.
to inch them over, like in front of the door, like.
Yeah, scene point will basically be like, it's there. There's
Okay,
something
cool.
that's like easy to use as cover of some sort.
So maybe like a cabinet.
Yeah, so there's like a cabinet by the door where you can just wrench that over,
Cool, yeah.
and that gives you like half cover through the doorway.
Sure. So could be like, nope.
Okay. Give me a quick athletics.
Yeah.
Tip and a. We'll do that as just like a base
1-3.
1-4. Like a little bit of strength is required, but not much.
Who's gonna eat the last cookie?
There's cookies.
You didn't? Are you kidding me?
I'm
That's what
behind the
happened
wall.
last
I've eaten 3 of them.
That's what happened
I'm
last
focused
time.
on everybody.
That's why you gotta get rid of the DM screen because you missed the cookie.
You're right.
You missed the treats last time as well.
Yeah, I had to hand one to you last time.
Mm-hmm.
So we should
One
probably
success.
let Stephen have the last one.
Yeah,
He's currently.
Yeah.
munching on it.
What
Midway
kind of
through
cookies
eating
were
it.
they? 'Cause I didn't
Good
have that.
cookies. Cake cookies, actually.
They are the cake cookies.
So you're able to drop that in front of the door. Means whatever's out there is going to have to hurdle over this to get to you, which is good.
Since Rachel wasn't pushing them in front.
Where do you want to be? Still up by that doorway, or do you want to head back?
No,
I'd say
I'm
you'd have
gonna-
enough actions to.
Yeah, I'm
move
gonna
back
get
a little
behind Miss RoboCop over here.
bit. Get behind the shield. Okay.
My shitty shield.
Was waiting for her to say she didn't ask for this. So
Nobody's augmented yet. All right, who wants to take next round? Do you want to just use it so those two can potentially shoot at whatever turns the corner? Because then you'll have your action points for shielding stuff.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Get to cover.
Would you like to, like, where do you want to be in this room? Think of like your standard from the movies military-style barracks,
Mm-hmm.
where it's got that kind of center thoroughfare and then just bunks on either side.
I'm thinking I want to be like midway between the bunks and the cover that we've got up.
Okay.
So I'm not like near enough that whatever this thing is when it comes in can swipe me with its claws, but I can.
Depends on how fast it is.
Well, yeah.
But yeah.
I'm keeping a sensible distance from the door, but not so far that I won't be able to engage with this thing relatively quickly.
Also keep an eye on the ceiling because
Where are they? They're right on top of us.
they're in the vents.
They're always in the vents, man.
That's
All
why
right.
they put the sentry gun in the vent, and it killed like a bunch of aliens.
Not to mention it's a vent. There's only one way you're coming at
Yeah.
them. I think it ran out of ammo.
Yeah.
All right. You see rounding the corner is this what at first glance looks kind of like a insectoid human, but with like the light flickering on, you get this full view of what looks like a person who has kind of been. Imagine a person who's been like made out of wax and put under a heat lamp for like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
All the features have kind of started to like melt and droop.
So it looks humanoid.
And it's got these two pairs coming out of their shoulder of just massive claws, a la Dead Space.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think that biohazard material was classified. I didn't get all the notes, did I?
No.
Ugh.
It seems pretty low to the ground, hurtles over, and with frightening speed comes up to you, and one of those
I'm saying
lashes
that out
out.
loud.
Alright.
So what is your agility default?
Avoid
Or
murder.
acrobatics default? Avoid murder.
I don't have any
I
points
feel
in
like the creature
acrobatics.
from Resident Evil does something similar.
So 1-3? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get an option to put
Who's
anything
the
in
tyrant?
Alright. I only manages 2 off of that.
there. That might be something to put into Psy Warrior.
Get some acrobatics thrown in there.
Yeah, because I took
Bad
I took
idea.
the highest number, the highest value that there was there. Didn't
Mhm.
give me anything in that.
Okay, so you see this claw kind of lashes out at you. If you'd like to, you can spend the shield's worth of action points to let that take a hit. And it will reduce damage.
Or I could try to parry.
You could try to parry.
Do it.
Oh no, I don't have melee parry yet. I have to make 5 attacks before I can get it.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so I will shield them.
Okay.
But I'll use up 4 of my action points.
So you've got 8 damage, lacerate, coming at you. So you should be able to reduce that
That's
based on the shield.
kinetic damage.
Mm-hmm. It's under low kinetic. Base kinetic.
I'm making
Yep.
like a 6, so.
Okay. So just take 2 damage off of that and reduce your shield by 1 charge as it takes a chunk out of the door with its claw.
Alright.
So are we all wearing the NBC jumper or
No, just clothing.
just clothes?
Yeah. NBC jumper would be like the clean room where you got the hood
Yeah.
and pressure system.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 2 PC slots.
What's that there?
Do you want to go first? You want me to?
Sure. I'm standing behind the android still, and I'm just.
Pretty casual conversation for.
Yeah, I guess I'll shoot this monstrosity. That sounds good.
I'm also a little groggy from the
Mm.
sleep.
What will be my success?
You're looking at 1-4.
Okay, so 1 extra success, so I proc
Nice.
crit.
Extra damage. So how much you throwing at him?
So that's 6 damage. Right.
All right, done and done.
So I perform 1 crit trick.
Mark that off. Yeah, actually, how are you going action point wise? Got enough for another shot?
Probably do, because that's 5.
Mm-hmm. Everybody should have 13.
Everybody gets
I
one.
think.
Sure.
Everybody gets 1. So again, shooting against the 1-4.
That's 3 successes. So can I proc that twice or just
Mm-hmm.
1? So if I proc it twice and 1, do I count that?
Yeah, you're using it a second time.
Okay, so I get precision 1.
All right. Yeah, so you'll add that to the rolls. So if you look around your sheet under
For action.
firearms, you'll see the modifiers. You can give it P1. What precision 1 does means you take the lowest result you have and you increase it by 1.
The lowest gets increased by 1.
Yep. So if we look at what you rolled there, what was your lowest roll?
1.
A 1? Okay. That would then become a 2.
Okay.
And you did roll a 1 on that. Okay. Good for me to know. Things I need to remember while running games. Alright.
So precision 1.
Mm-hmm. So you'll then be able to use that moving forward. I think that will empty you for your turn. You'll have like 3
Yeah.
AP left for dodging, maybe. Robert,
Okay.
and quick refresh me. How much damage was that last shot?
That
5?
last one was 7.
7? Nice.
'Cause
Gotcha.
2 plus 1s.
You're up.
All right. So I'll take my 2 shots. So what was it?
1-4.
Mm-hmm.
1-4. I got 1 success, but 2 1s. So
Okay.
That's going to be good for you.
Yep. Each one you roll on a roll gives me effectively scene points to play around with.
Okay. So that's 5 damage.
Okay. Let's mark that.
Finish him.
Hufflepuff.
You are now a man.
Well, I got 3 successes, but I can't really do anything with it.
Okay, so you just... First shot was just a clean shot. The second one, like, maybe you ricochet it off something, get a nice bounce hit or something. It looks nice.
So that's another 5 damage.
All right. Looking this thing over, it's starting to leak from a lot of different holes, but it is still upright. Back to the top of the initiative, new round. Who would like to go first? Would you like the guns to continue? Just lay into it while you got it, right?
I mean, I got the ammo for it. Oh, there we go. 3 successes.
Nice. That's going to be, what, 7 damage again?
So will the... Yeah, it'll be 7 damage. So, and 1.
Did 1-1. Thank you.
So will the level 2 also be a count of 3, or is it still...
Yeah, it should be a count of 3.
Okay.
If it says 5, count it as 3.
Yeah, since he hadn't moved everything.
Yeah.
Check
Trying to make things go a bit quicker, level up.
Yep.
Gotta find that balance. Okay, next. Oh yeah, next shot, and then we'll have another player slot.
5 successes.
Nice. What's your damage on that then?
9.
Damn.
So none, because you're jerk.
Yes. 9. Crisis.
Okay, it's staggering but still upright.
Okay, I'll take my 2 shots at it.
Okay.
2 successes. So
Okay.
another 5 damage.
All right. You land a shot and it crumples to the floor.
So, question.
Mhm.
Did the one I roll become a natural 2 with precision?
Yes.
So then that
So
would have
one less. Yeah. It's looking at the final result. So precision is a way to make sure that I don't get scene points from your rolls.
Good note, because I... Yeah.
Okay, now that we're out of combat, I
Mhm.
put my other bullet in my gun.
To reload.
Nice job, everyone.
Yeah, go team.
Now, what is this thing?
The body remains twitching on the floor.
Gross.
Can I do some kind of medicine check to find out what it is?
I'm gonna double tap with my axe.
Not a bad
Try
idea.
to take this thing's head off.
Yeah, you're able to just give a clean swing and just.
Does that count as a melee attack?
In this case, no. You're outside of
Oh, no, you're just
danger.
trying to
There's
ring her.
no
Alright.
threat of failure. So, all right.
There should be like a
thing.
lever.
After giving, or now that everybody can kind of see this thing in proper light, you've got 5 unnatural trauma coming your way. This thing, as name would suggest, is not natural.
It's gross.
Very. One may even refer to it as grody.
So how do we regain the trauma?
It just popped up
I
think bringing this back.
When you take,
Well, so you can
what is
feel
it,
free
rest
to-
actions, you can spend some time recovering those.
Careful.
Otherwise, you gotta find drugs.
Drugs. Oh, it's
Does
pretty.
anybody have
it
any
seems to
kind
be
of idea
pretty
what this thing
like
is?
easily manipulable.
Education roll? What kind of education?
Do you have
Flux?
We're free from
not
your cage
anatomy, physiology?
No.
Okay, no go on that then.
Chem?
Chemistry? No,
Flux?
no.
Oh.
Different model.
The one that I have,
Is there a pro? So
there's
there's a
like
pro.
there's like a
Your knowledge of flux lets you know
Switch
this is
thing.
not
No,
a
I've got
flux
the older.
condition.
Civic? What can I do with
My
civic?
phone
Civic. Looking at this thing from a civic point of view, like
It
you
needs
should
to be
probably
contained.
legislate this. This needs to be legislated rather quickly.
Can I use field medicine to determine if this was once human?
Sure.
Oh.
I want to examine it for to get a better idea of what its combat capabilities are.
Okay. What do you want to try to use for that?
Inspect.
Sweet.
Inspect.
Yeah,
I guess?
inspect would
Just
make
to see
sense.
what else going on with the claws and the
It's just
rest
that
of
I
it.
have mine has got a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's got a little switch.
Okay,
It's one of
so
those
you're
things
doing the
like
medicine
the
check.
ice cream.
That's going to be
I didn't know
a
if you always
2-4.
I wish.
I
That's
didn't
really
get it,
handy.
but you got 2 more story
Surprised that it
points.
doesn't have.
Hey. All right.
It doesn't have one.
Okay. So looking this thing over from the outside, the obvious is there. It's like, yeah, it's vaguely human, but you're not sure if it was human at one point in time or if it was created this way. For the inspect, you're trying to figure out its combat capability. I'm going to say that's going to be a 2-5. You're doing something that's deductive, so it's going to take a little bit more effort and theory behind that. Yeah, and please notify me of any ones that end up on the dice.
Alright,
Nice.
that is 2 successes.
All right, yeah. You give it a quick look over, inspecting it a bit. You're looking at like razor sharp claws here. The two that have kind of shoulder mounted seem rather dangerous. Still very sharp. And you can tell the teeth, it's got the ability to kind of like unhinge its jaw quite a bit more. And seems to have something similar to like a snake's venom sacs.
Okay.
Injectors. So you're pretty sure you don't want to get bit by this thing. There's
Alright.
something else aside from just the teeth that are going to affect you.
Okay. I will share this information with the class.
Probably wouldn't touch it then.
Gross.
You can also tell that it's, with the inspect, it's got a thick enough hide that it's reducing physical damage by 2.
Alright.
Could make a shield out of that.
Hold on!
Let's get it open, make armor.
Another creative use.
I want to
You,
wear. I want to
you
wear.
could stick your axe in those fangs and see if it coats your axe enough.
I want to become a chrysalid from Mexico.
I would rather not.
God, no.
Yeah, it might be
And-
it might be corrosive, so it might destroy the axe. So
And I'd hate to see what happens if something bad.
turn into a gas.
If someone else gets hit with this axe that isn't supposed to.
Bad news bears.
Can I use pharmaceuticals to try to determine what the poison is?
What that would do?
You probably have to be able to examine that.
Yeah, I'd say with like if somebody had like
Do
a
you
scene
have
point of something, you'd be
chemistry?
able to find something to get a sample
He's
to
got
test
chemistry.
later. Yeah, the big issue is
You can't get a sample.
Yeah.
you don't have an easy way to get a sample.
Sample.
As many scene points as we're generating for this, it's going to quickly turn into what happened to us in Star Wars.
Oh yes.
Because what?
Uh-oh, it looks like
My
we're out of
costs are a
points.
bit higher than yours
Do we
to do
have
stuff
2
because they
scene
come
points
quicker.
left, or
Yeah, I
No, I used
one of them
for cover.
for the cover on the
Yeah.
door.
yeah? So you have one, and then does Maria have one?
No, failed to generate.
I'm using
enough.
mine to just wear its skin. No,
Not nice.
nice.
That's skill use there. That's not.
I think that was an ABP.
No. I want it to magically appear on me.
At best, you could see like what happens when you release it, but the problem is you're not sure what that's going to look like. Is it an injection poison? Is it something that's going to turn aerosol? Is it going to start eating its way through the ship? You could definitely give it a try with a chemistry or a pharmaceutical check, but if you get this to a lab, you'd be able to learn a lot more about it.
I did chop the head off, so if you feel like carrying it around,
That's true. Can put that on a
You
belt.
could you
So
could use it with your
brutal.
flux, and then you use it as
throw it at people.
like a spear.
Oh my god.
It's like trying to hit somebody
Just
with a
like
basketball.
just like Dead Space.
I mean, yeah, the TK module was designed for that purpose.
Is that Dead Space? I'm thinking of something else that you use
Well, you can
like
take the
corpse
claws.
parts
Yeah,
and then
tear their
just-
limbs off and throw them back at them. That was
One of
Dead
the
Space.
coolest uses of that
I could make weapons out of the claws. You said they were razor sharp, right?
Oh yeah.
Would those be better than my axe?
From what you've seen, yes.
Alright, I might do that then.
Okay. Spend a little bit of time collecting the bits, claws. That being said, if you want to do any crafting, you're definitely going to have everybody kind of settle down for a bit of time. Basically enter a rest action, which would give you a chance to, and everybody a chance to try to recover trauma if they wanted to, build stuff, those kind of things.
This is a place we can hold it down, but there's quite a stench here.
I don't mean to be
rather
like
stinky.
as much as I like to relax as anybody else. There was an explosion. I don't know how far that's gone or how far it's going to go.
All the barracks was
Do I have to craft
decompressurized,
the claws into
Because
something?
of
Can they just
exploding
be
ships
real
equals bad news. So
and life
There's
support
not a good,
was
like-
nearby that barracks
Yeah.
that was decompressurized.
You could definitely use them, but I'd throw like disadvantage at you, so you'd be
It is
dropping
nearby.
your highest die from trying to use it as a melee weapon. But you could, if you wanted to just kind of like grab it and see if you can work it.
work it. Okay,
Should we go to the other barracks then?
where do you guys want to go? I just bad things are happening, so it's best
Let's
to get
keep
ahead of
moving.
it.
Alright, I'll leave the claws here then. Somewhat disappointed.
I'll take
I mean,
the head.
You can
You
take
can definitely
it with
keep
it.
them with you and wait till you get to a safer spot, because
Okay.
somebody's going to do a rest or downtime eventually.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll take the head.
Pocket.
You'll take the head? Good.
And I form the head.
And my head.
Dude, get that out of here. Oh.
Yeah, God, no.
Alright, so where to?
Should we head to D2
Which is
barracks? But then C2 is the life support build, so we have to go.
I think
through
we'll
the
make sure
barracks
life
first.
support's good
Okay.
because breathing's good.
So I think we have to go through barracks at D2 first.
Yeah.
Alright. Barracks it is. Continue down the hallway, and it again opens up into, in this case, kind of a set of 4 rooms that are clustered together, and more of like a T intersection being used here. You can hear a lot going on, like muffled, behind those doors. It sounds like there's people inside.
Are they talking or are they just moving around?
Talking. Well, yelling would be a better term.
Okay, well the thing we came across, it seemed like it could talk.
No.
Okay.
Would
So
that be
either this is
inspect to
fellow
like try to
crew,
listen?
Mhm.
or this is whatever boarded us.
And what are you trying to make out? Like words?
Yeah, mostly
Just
words.
get in there. Okay.
How's your inspect skill? So I can write
4,
it.
6.
That's good.
So yeah, here's the base for it. Anybody can make the skill, but anytime somebody ends up with a 1 in their roll, you're generating scene points for them.
Got it.
So you're free to use it as many times as you want, but
But which roll?
there's risk. Any roll you make.
Oh.
Anytime you end up with a 1 on any of the dice, you're generating scene points for the director to use.
Oh, that's cool.
2?
2, 6.
2, 6? Oh yeah. You can put an ear to the wall. You can hear yelling of. You're pretty sure that it's like a heavily accented English. It's like a Russian undertone to it.
Don't tell me more.
We need to find more weapons. You hear somebody else responding with, "We don't have time for that. We need to get back to the shuttle and get out of here."
I'll knock on the door and say, "We have some weapons."
Don't tell them that.
It's too late.
Okay, knock on the door. There's this like moment of silence inside.
And an alien's head that we killed.
We promise.
All right, come in.
Let's open door and then have the head out first.
Let's go in head first.
Nice.
Okay, do these
Just have it floating there.
the
With the
voices sound
flies.
familiar to me at all?
Because that's the thing to do in this situation. Is the
You can give me a quick willpower to see what you can recall.
I could see it
These
just like
are
dripping
guys
blood
from
still.
the security team that I might remember.
It's going to be a 2-4. You're going for like details of voice, trying to pick people out.
I did get a 1, 2 1s,
Ooh, thank
Can
you.
I try that too?
but I also got 2 6s.
If you'd like to, yes. All right, 2 6s.
Yeah.
You're listening in. You don't remember any of those
Okay.
voices. None of
What's
those
the
make
what's
sense.
the
2-4.
2-4? I got 3 successes and 2 1s.
Thank you.
Yes, I know.
Okay, another 2 successes as well. Those weren't members of the crew. And as the door swings open, you see weapons leveled at you.
Way to go, asshole.
Let's go into a round of initiative.
See,
you just shake the head, just like
see. My idea was just have it in there, just like with the flux, just like floating as the door opens.
That would require you to, have flux.
Yeah.
Capacities of some sort.
They just shoot the head that's just like floating there.
Okay, so the door opens, and originally there's just 3 people inside, but I'm going to use 6 of my scene points
Ooh.
to add a 4th person into the mix.
And this is how we die.
Alright.
the end of our
I
sad
blame
tale.
you for this. Specifically you.
You know it's bad when Robert starts blaming people.
All right, there is one member of the crew carrying
that sounds
a
usual.
shotgun.
There's no difference from a normal.
2 of them seem to be carrying spear guns, like you'd expect divers to have.
Alright.
I mean, benefit, they're going to work in space, in a vacuum. You don't have to worry about having an oxidizer in your ammo.
It's true.
It only it would work if it's like spring loaded or if
It's
it
rubber
has a
band.
price.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Rubber
then
band guns.
and then another of them is wielding
What a wonderful.
a fire axe, ready to go.
Hey,
It looks like they've
we
been
can
kind of
have a
like
duel.
chopping up things in the room, trying to bust open lockers and get materials, but a lot of them don't seem to have either found them or are currently using them. All right, they're going at initiative 6.
So,
Okay.
same as before.
Okay. So we've got 2
We're
player
in 6
slots,
platforms.
4 NPC slots, and then 2 more player slots. So, would you like to go first as you are standing in a doorway as there is a shotgun, 2 spear guns, and a man with an axe eyeing you hungrily?
So there's a guy with a shotgun.
Yes.
Okay.
Just kill him outright.
Literally hungrily or metaphorically?
Since you
One
can,
of
like,
them
do
is
giant
literally
damage.
licking lips.
Okay.
Like there's some
Well,
blood.
he may just be like he may just be
hungry.
interested in you. Like,
I mean, might be a
Man
good
meat.
looker. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Lance has to tell us that.
So what's my target?
Target for shotgun guy is a 1-4.
first, we need to know if you're sexually attracted.
This is true.
Yes.
Very important.
4 successes.
come on.
4 successes.
Skill of 10.
Nice.
Look, don't make me break out the book of erotic. What's
So what's that? 8
I can't
damage?
remember.
book of erotic fantasy? Is that what it is?
Yep.
The old 3.5
Oh,
crazy fucking manual.
All right, solid hit.
Penis girth.
Keels a little bit. Tries to like hunch and keep that weapon upright.
Shoot him again.
So
Play the game,
now I
Jack.
got retaliate firearm at weapon range.
Yep. So that means if somebody shoots at you, you can make a roll as well. And whoever wins that roll deals damage.
Is that cost action points?
Yes, you'll spend whatever it would be on the gun to return fire.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, you could be like, all right, I shot this guy once. I've got enough to shoot again. I'm going to wait and see who targets me and shoot them
Okay.
defensively.
Okay. So I'll shoot again.
All right, going on the offensive.
Go.
So that's 4 successes.
4 successes. Nice. Yeah, that'll hit.
Cause I got precision 1.
Isn't that a 3-2?
No, it's 4, but
Oh,
one
yeah.
of them turns into a 4 because
Only one of them?
precision.
Yep.
Okay.
So 4 successes.
Nice. For a total of how much damage?
8. 8.
Thank you.
Because it's plus 3. But that's 3 crit tricks. So
Nice.
and I only need
1 or 2 more. All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn, or save those 3 action points to dodge?
Maybe perforate the man's colon.
And he's barely holding in there.
I'll save those 3 points.
All right. Who would like the second slot?
I'll take it since I got a gun.
Okay. So, let me use actual character names here real quick. Were you Troy? Yeah. Troy is currently like standing in the doorway. If you wanted to, you could take like one of the sides and kind of lean out and take a shot.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
This is one of those circumstances where the true monster is man. Right?
Yes.
3 successes.
The real
but-
monster is Troy because
Just
he's
like-
just
Delicious.
mowing down
Nice.
people.
Who are you shooting at? Shotgun guy,
We come
axe
back
guy,
and
or one of the
literally-
two?
actually, we
pistol-
Troy.
realized
I'm
we were
shooting at
reading
Troy.
Troy?
an alternate version
he's-
of
No.
He's Troy.
Okay. I thought you was talking about the guy with the
No,
shotgun.
Hi, my name
Why
is
are you
Troy.
shooting?
I blame you
Yeah.
for all this, Troy.
I see. You're projecting your pain on him. No, that makes perfect
This
sense.
isn't
Okay,
jumping
I'm
me.
leaning around Troy.
Yeah,
and
leaning
shooting
around
shot.
Troy to
Yeah,
shoot
go-
at shotgun.
go-
Okay.
Okay, aiming for shotgun.
Yeah,
Nice.
5 damage.
This
Nice.
very well could be
Yeah.
Delta Green.
You take a shot and he goes down.
Our biohazard
Thank
material
God.
was actually a green
Shotgun
box.
clatters to the ground. All right.
Free shotgun.
Okay, can I get another shot at somebody else?
Yep. You've got Axeman and you've got Spear 1 and Spear 2.
I'll take Spear 1.
Okay.
Good, because I want to duel with the Axeman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, another 3 successes, so...
Nice. That's what, 7 damage?
No, that's 5 damage.
5 damage.
Because I can't do anything with
Oh,
it.
right, yeah.
Got gun
Nice little
accuracy.
stylish shot, and you remain in cover. Okay. Axeman is going to charge up to you and just take a swing.
X-Men.
Maybe 2. I gotta check his AP real quick.
As soon as he gets to the police academy, he'll be axe gun.
Axe cup. Yeah, okay, so closes the distance. He's going to take a swing,
mean?
but he's going to
Facebook.
use exertion
FB.
Yeah.
It looked like an 8.
because he can't get a second swing in,
It's
so
really
he's going to
hard
have
to make
one
a
real
B.
good one. So, if you would like to, you can use dodge to increase the number of successes needed to hit you, or to increase the success value by 1. Your current acrobatics defense will be your acrobatics
My working
default.
theory was that it was a really awkward Fallout Boy trip.
So then I could. That's spending.
Yeah, so spend 3 action points, I think is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
default, and you can bump
Super cool, really
either the
great.
number of successes needed or the success value by 1. So effectively, if you
There's
look
no
at your
real
default,
value
you can
to
add
it,
1 to
like,
one
it's
side
just-
or the
Sure,
other.
yeah, it's purely aesthetic.
Okay.
And then let me know what it is before I roll.
We'll go 2-3.
Okay, 2-3. Not bad. I ended up with 3 successes. So swings the axe and deals 7 points of lacerate to you. Or 6 points, sorry. You're dead.
And so the soaks.
Mm-hmm. If you want to take on a injury,
Okay.
you've got an option there. So instead of it just being health damage, it's going to start being detrimental to some of your physical skills with those setbacks. Okay.
You might want to check your character sheet because the serious says session and then in the frequency it says scene. Just to note.
Ah, yeah. I think it's been updated on the new ones.
No. Oh, yep. Minor injury is source and
Sirius is
scene.
okay. And I think I got those updated correctly.
This is scene in session 2, yeah.
What?
Okay. All right. So you've taken the damage, yes?
Yeah, I've taken it.
Okay. Man with Spear 1 is going to try to take a shot at Rosalind. Since you're in cover, is going to lose one of his highest dice. Let's see, Spear God.
So whenever you do anything
Okay,
stats
what is-
and you roll your base
What is the fault?
trait plus
What
whatever,
is the fault?
Yeah.
that's cool.
What do you
You
mean?
get a
default?
mixed die pool.
Oh,
usually,
shooting at your
disparity.
default acrobatics.
Unless
That's
Oh.
your defense.
So what is the
Unless you
default?
don't have any.
Take the die
Then you
pool.
just do your
Uh-huh.
base.
Take
That's
the
my
number of
understanding.
dice,
Yes.
divide it in half,
Which
round
I
down.
like
That's
that.
the first value.
Okay.
And then the second one will be
So
the
it's
highest
a little
value
bit-
die you've
it's-
got, divided
It's
in half.
like the World of Darkness thing, where you're
So, like,
adding up the dots.
one,
to create
one,
a die
three.
pool, but instead of just using d10s, you're mixing die types.
Mhm. Okay, so what is your
So my
Default.
default is 1, 2.
okay?
Should be 1.
At least 1-3.
Should be 1, 3.
Oh
Are,
yeah.
Are you including your agility?
Yeah, agility. So it should be 1, 3. Yeah.
Maybe even higher.
No, because I just have agility.
Do you have 2 practical in agility or just 1?
2 practical. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so 1-3 then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
1, 3.
Okay.
I'm going to dodge.
Okay. So yeah, you've got the 3 action points left. So would you like to boost number of successes needed, or do you want it to be a 2-3 or a 1-4?
Let's go with 2, 3.
Okay. All right. Only gets 1 success, so a spear comes flying by you and sinks into the wall.
Next time, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, and spends the rest of his time reloading and getting to cover. All right, second man with spear gun sees you in front. You killed his buddies. He's gonna try to shoot you.
Killed his buddies. I didn't even kill his buddy. I didn't.
Well, you did a good amount of damage.
He's gonna die from his injuries.
Yeah.
You know that.
Okay, you're still 1-3, right?
1, 3 now.
Okay. All
Unless
right.
if the dodge carries over.
No, it's per.
Per.
Yep. Okay, 5 puncture as this sinks into you.
Oh, fuck.
Is that in character?
Yes.
Okay.
It's speared in the leg.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
When nature calls?
Calls,
Right?
yeah.
Okay, good. I'm not
Shot in both.
with spear.
And then he
Yeah,
goes.
okay,
And then he goes back. And he
Yeah,
goes-
it does it
yeah, okay. I'm
All right.
Yes.
The 2 other players' slots are up.
understand if you don't remember
So,
that
Maria-
reference, it looks like I'm a crazy person.
Or
Okay.
No.
Yolanda and
That's
Tra-
relevant.
or not
Makes you
Tra-
feel
Travis
Okay,
wants to be up next.
I'm gonna go after the guy with the fire axe.
Okay, so you kind of intercede in between Lance and Fire Axeman.
So many fire axemen.
Yes, it is his last name now. He's been spend all these years out in space. They find a fire axe. That's his new family name.
It's what we do, our family. We pass it down for generations.
It's the fire axe.
Wonderful heirloom it is.
Action points recharge on our rest, right?
They charge at the start of your turn. So since your turn has started, you now have access to your full number of action points.
Okay, I was good because I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Oh,
I only
yeah.
have 13.
Yeah,
And
they
I
come
used
back
4.
every turn.
Okay. So,
Any you don't use, you can potentially use to dodge, parry,
I see. I see.
retaliate.
Okay, so I will do a melee attack. 5
Okay.
action points.
Swing.
So it's 2.
We'll say you had to use at least 1 action point to get in. Or, yeah, 1
2.
space of movement to get in there, so 2 action points to move. So you can take 2 swings if you want. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
But no dodging now.
But no dodging or shielding would be the catch. So
That's
let's go with the first swing. You're going up against a 1-4.
We're good? That's 2 successes.
Okay. So
So I can use one of those for a critical, right?
I think yours is the 2-2 one. Maybe. Should be on that one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 2 extra.
2 extra
successes.
success. Okay, it's just the
Yeah, so just base damage, which is what, 6?
6 laceration.
Okay. Solid, meaty hit. Would you like to take another swing, or do you want to save some AP to block damage? Because you've got, what, 6 left, which would be 2 dodge.
I'll make another one.
You block.
I'm going
Okay.
for that melee proficiency.
Do it.
Just do it.
Don't let your dreams be axed.
Exact same roll.
Wow. Okay.
So questions here.
Is my fire axe losing charges for this?
No. If it has like spend 1 as a quality, then it starts burning through.
I see.
There's, I think it's invest or something like that.
Yeah.
You could use for some weapons where you're basically putting so much more behind it to get more dice to roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's my next condition
You're up, Nicky boy.
for
Alright,
firearms?
So
Gotcha.
what we do is seeing if there's a shotgun on the floor.
Mhm.
Try to
It's a free shotgun, Jim.
yeah, just go into like see if there's like some interaction going on. Just like go and like grab it.
All right.
Slink in there and
I,
grab it.
yeah, I don't know if there's enough time or action to shoot it, but if at the very least that's what's
If
going
it's
on.
5
so.
spaces away, you can just move 5 and then.
Mhm. Yeah, you could
Shoot
bolt
it.
in there and grab it and take a shot. That's no problem. Take the shot.
All right, then
So it's 5 action points to move 5.
And then somebody grab shotgun real quick. And then, so you're basically going for some potential loot. Would somebody like to roll greed to see how many shells are in this thing?
does it have to be the person doing it?
No, it can be any member of the party. But once you get to the looting, you've already rolled a greed roll, so then everybody else has to go before you can roll again.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You want to give it a roll? He seems ready to roll.
Well, do you feel like it, Lance?
Rolling them bones.
You know my luck. Oh,
It's a shotgun, so I'm going to say it's like a 1-4 for ammo.
so you got 1 shot.
Raiders. Yeah, okay. So
And
there's
2 ones.
2 ones? Nice. Nice. Thank
I want
you.
everybody to know that wasn't on me. That was
Let the record show.
let the record show.
Let the record show my 2 metal dice, which always
Mhm.
roll me 10.
Usually. Not
Roll
not
me
today.
once.
Alright, so you like baseball slide over there,
Yeah.
pick up this shotgun,
Yeah, cool.
give it that quick like pull back racking where you're like,
Yeah.
okay, how much is left in here? You
Ooh.
just see the 1.
Oh, fuck.
Close it, and
I want to fire whoever's been shot at.
Axeman has been shot. He's in the doorway. Spear gun number 1 has also been shot a little further back. And then spear gun 2 has not been touched at all.
Cool. The guy next to me then, or
Would
close
be
to
spear
me.
gun
Yeah.
1.
All
You
right.
had to get by Axeman. You're closer to the spear gun.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
I keep thinking scat man.
Check out his latest album. Alright. So give me that firearms roll.
All right, cool, sweet.
You're going up against 1-4 for this spearman. Johnny Spearman.
And that is in the.
Should be under resolve.
They're all
Resolve.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yep.
Yes. So we're gonna do 2d6 plus 2d8.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
Would you like some additional dice?
Oh, I can roll this twice. That's fine.
A 1 and an 8. I will gladly take that one.
6 and 4.
3 successes. Nice.
Nice.
You've got the firearm, right?
Yes, I do have the firearms proficiency.
So you've got the
Oh,
critical.
and then I have the critical here, right?
So-
That's the
Add
It's
2
plus 2
damage to whatever that shotgun does.
I think 6. 8 damage.
It's nasty. So a total of 10?
Yep.
So you get a solid shot on the man with the spear gun. Not looking good, but still upright. Alright, back to the top of the round. So who wants to take that first slot?
Oh man, I was really banking
I'll grab
that
it.
would kill you.
Alright. So Axe Guy's still standing in front of you.
I'll do another swing.
Do you
Okay.
have any ammo left?
I have 1 shot left.
Nice.
You can do it. Believe me.
You
Sorry,
gotta
I
put
chips
things
in
in
my-
your
I know.
I got 2 1s
Yeah.
and a 6.
There's no
Okay,
cookies
it's enough
either.
to hit.
You'll have to gurgle with your drink.
Okay. That's 7 damage? 6 damage.
I haven't done that
6.
drink that wasn't chocolate milk.
And then how does advance work? Because I've attempted 5 melee attacks, but only the 3 boxes.
So in that case, it should be 3.
It should be 3.
Yeah. Originally there were 5. We figured it's taking too long to get to them, especially for playtests. So right now they're 3.
But somehow I maxed out my thing in 2 encounters.
Yeah, they're designed to go pretty quick. You're supposed to get the little rewards
I
fairly
was just
quickly.
rolling hot, and those crit things happen real fast.
Yeah,
When I get 3 per.
Should be a thing.
it helps.
Should be a thing.
Okay, so that's your melee proficiency. So
And
you
that
now
should be
gain
6.
Already up my practical. For
6 and
firearms.
6 for those. Yeah, damn.
Yeah. That's why my question is there supposed to be a 4th one after it since you moved?
Oh yeah. If everything moves down, I'd have to look into it for firearms.
Yeah.
So now I get the parry.
Because
Mhm.
I'm there.
If you've filled it out, you're at a point where you can now get another exploit.
Because I'm at 3. I've completed 3.
Oh, 3, and there will be the 4th as well.
Yeah.
Does parry go under gambles and tricks?
It's technically a type of action, so it'd be like melee type parry. So you could add another one for that.
Because 2 attacks got me 3 more critical tricks.
Yeah, types should probably be a little more flexible of an area. Personal note. Okay. Otherwise, you've attempted the first swing. Axeman has dropped. Would you like to do anything else with your turn, or just stand as a shield wall?
Let's see. How does parrying work? Does it take an action?
So it's effectively as if you had made an attack with that weapon. With a parry, you're effectively changing your acrobatics defense to your melee default for defense.
Oh, nice.
And if they happen to fail that, then you avoid damage completely.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, you can get that for a couple of other skills as well. But,
Okay.
Yep.
I can only use that for adjacent
Nice.
though, so
yes.
can I
Maybe.
move up to one of the spear gun guys and then
You can parry a spear
Sounds
gun
like
as long as it's
vaguely
within
British.
range. Yep.
I will do that.
The idea is you're trying to deflect the weapon that's in your
How
face.
many action points is that?
To move up to one of the spear guys, I'm
No,
going to
the
say
parry.
whatever it takes for the axe.
5.
Oh, I see.
So 5. Yep.
Oh, so that I basically have that with my firearm.
Yes, but you've got it at range because of retaliate. And the difference being retaliate means if they fail their check, you do damage to them. If they succeed their check, then you're still spending the ammo, but yeah. On the plus side, they're then rolling against your firearms instead of your acrobatics. So the idea is it's like they try to shoot you, and you quick draw and shoot them before they get to.
6d6.
You use your default. They're the ones attacking
dang
you.
it.
And they're not that skilled, but you're what?
My default did go up now.
Yeah, you're 3-4 would be what they'd be rolling against for attacks.
Because that's 6.
Okay, so you good on your turn then?
Yep.
All right.
It'd be 3-3.
There's another player slot before they go.
Yeah. Do you want to go before me, or do you want to wait?
I can go, or you can go.
You go ahead and go. You have more ammo.
Fair point.
I have 2 shots to take. So who's up?
Spearman 1 is critically injured, and Spearman 2 has not been touched.
Oh,
Touch Spearman too.
How dare you?
yeah, I'll do experiment too.
All right.
Okay, so that's only 1-1. And
Thank you.
2 successes, probably.
All right.
5 and 4.
Yep. Yeah, there are 1-4s. So Spearman 2 takes
6 damage.
marked. Another shot.
Oh, pushing the deck.
All right.
Okay, so that's 4 successes. So that's a 2, technically with
Oh, yeah,
precision
with
1.
Mm-hmm. Save
So
you from those
that's
ones.
8 damage.
Damn. All right.
Boy.
Solid hits. The 2 spear gunners are up. Looking
There's a loud click as my bolt action
slides back
slides back.
to the empty position. The two spearmen notice that and go,
You done goofed.
they're going to take one shot at the man with the shotgun on the ground. I mean, it just makes sense.
Because I think that's the best sound in every World War II game is the
King. Yeah.
Ooh, the M1 Grand
the
Yeah.
one grand.
out of ammo
Oh,
sound.
King.
It's
All right. You still have the
Great
1-3, right? For
Yes,
your acrobatics default?
Uh,
I think almost everybody does.
the
that
what?
actually is click.
Your default is 1-3.
Oh, it's
1-3.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So they land a pretty solid hit. 3 successes, so that's going to be 7 puncture damage. You get like hit in the spleen or something unpleasant. Probably a shoulder. That's a heroic injury. All right. Spearman 2 sees the shield and crazy woman with axe and is going to give you a shot. And your defense is 1-3 as well, right?
Well, if I'm parrying,
Mm-hmm.
then it's. Sorry, how does that work again?
You can use your melee.
Yeah, you get to use your melee default instead of your
I'm
acrobatics.
gonna have to calculate that.
Okay. It appears to be the same. You don't quite. Well,
My firearms default
no,
would
yeah.
be 3-3, so that's not too bad.
Yours would be so it's 4 dice, so 2, and you're looking at a d6, so 2, 3. All right.
It's a little better.
Good news, bad news. Good news, you prevented extra damage from being done. Bad news is you're kind of like knocking the weapon up, it still goes off and strikes you for 5 damage.
Okay.
Just got 2 successes. So no extra damage out of that shot.
Does it take anything out of my shield?
Only if you can spend the action points to raise the shield to block.
I see. Oh no, that's why I was parrying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have to choose either the dodge, defense, or parry. Okay. I mean, if you want to spend all the action points to parry and block with a shield, go for it. All right.
Could I do that?
As long as you've got the action points.
And you haven't
Shield
gone
up
yet,
and you're
right?
trying
So-
to block.
It's,
I don't remember, so let's just keep moving.
it's like
Okay.
5 for your shield, isn't it?
Yeah, so probably not.
Or no?
Even if it's 4, I think you'd be out because of the movement. All right, so bank 2 of players. So Lance and or Robert and Nick are up.
I'll go because I still have ammo.
Yeah, that's right.
You can always just beat him with the shotgun, right?
that was my game plan.
So which one looks worse?
They're both pretty close. Without like detailed medical analysis, you can't tell, but they're both like last legs.
Okay, so let's go with 1.
Sure.
There you go. Do it.
So 2 successes.
Yeah,
So
that'll
5
do.
damage.
Drops him.
Go
Get that satisfying thud.
And of course my gun is empty now.
We're all just like,
Clickety click click. Oh yeah.
I look at it and say, I still blame you for this.
All right. Would you like to bank the rest of your action points? End your turn, or run in there and like pistol whip someone again?
How? Can I run in there and pistol whip somebody?
I probably wouldn't have enough actions. I'd assume like 3 or 4 to get over to the guy. If you wanted to, you could literally just like Saving Private Ryan huck the pistol at him. It'd be a projectiles roll if you wanted it. Yeah. Throw my hat at you.
I'll like run over to him, but
Okay. And just at the ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll say it spends 4 action points to get over there. So
okay.
you'd have what 4 left over. Yeah, you could punch him. I think melee's 4. It's either 4 or 5. Can't keep it straight.
Wait, 4 spaces?
Yeah, moved 4 spaces.
So that'd be 8.
Ah, right. Distance-wise. Okay, so
That'd
you can
be
get a little bit
actions.
closer, and then you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, just
She could get there. Because
Spend the 5 and book it, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can't defend.
I still have 8 left, so
Mhm.
if I spent the 5 to get there,
You'd still have 3.
I still have
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Yeah. You approach, kind of rush over, ready to dodge.
Yeah, just a very.
It's
just very-
actually helpful
just
if I get
very
hit.
pissed off. Let's go over and like go to the guy that hit
Yeah.
me. And just
Take the swing. Okay. Approach. We'll call this a melee attack.
Just club it up.
It's a bit of an impromptu. No,
like
you're
a,
fine.
like a
It's roughly
improvisation
designed to be
weapon.
clubbed. Yeah.
Oh, whatever you want to call it. So,
Mhm. Shotguns are like vague clubs.
I don't know what your
1-4, so just hits.
Yeah.
I'd say probably it's going to be enough to knock him out either way.
Nice.
yeah.
So you just land a good solid butt stroke and knock him to the ground.
Stay down.
That is the proper firearms term, I guess.
Are we playing Fuck World or not?
No, that sounds.
That's the secret.
That sounds like the title of the episode, but
Butt stroke.
Butt stroke.
Butt stroke applied directly to the butt. All right, 4 of them drop. Room goes quiet. You've got 4 opportunities to loot, so 4 greed rolls.
I've already done a
You've
greed
used
roll.
one, so everybody else has to at least use it once, but there's another one if you want to use it.
You know, apply my
Okay,
Your
I'm
Resident
searching
Evil
for
Resident
ammunition.
Evil healing
Okay.
spray.
Looking a dude over. Yep. Should
Green
be a
herbs.
medical check to see if you can get a little more healing out of it, I think.
Okay, let's see.
But you get a nice base of like +5 or something.
The red herbs or the green herbs?
No, it's in the
It's in the cans.
Don't worry about it.
The one that lowers your overall score if you use it.
Yeah.
So don't use it. Why are you using it?
And why are you saving so
So
much?
what's the
For ammunition on these guys,
For that
they've been
boss.
looking
I
for
need
stuff, so
bullets
we're going to
for the
say
boss, just in case.
2-3.
In the
They're not going to have a
box.
lot, but they might have
Even
some.
though I have 7.
Two
There's
success?
some things
Nice.
I don't miss
I-
about the
You managed to
earliest
find.
versions of survival horror.
Well, that's kind of the intent, right?
We'll say
Well, some
a,
of it's like
a
scarcity
magazine
stuff.
of small arm
And other things
ammunition.
it's like,
So give yourself
it's gonna
another
be
charge
like
on that
that.
small ammo.
So is it?
It's a full recharge.
like I grok with the notion of like limited inventory space and like limited resources. and
You're
stuff like
looking
that.
for ammunition.
But if it's like
Yeah.
you didn't get a good score enough because you were too liberal with your saving, like,
Mhm.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, the ink ribbons are.
Anybody else want to make greed rolls? 3 left.
I will.
Okay. What do you want to look for?
Are you going to use that medical spray?
Yes.
Do you want me to use it on you since I'm a little bit better at medicine?
Trained first aider.
Yes. I say that in my.
Okay.
You know, basically tag you with.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, if I want to potentially combine my fire axe with a claw, should I look for materials that
Sprays
would
you
allow me to do
with
that?
the first
Sure,
aid
yeah, that
spray,
makes
and
sense.
you turn into a giant block of tofu.
So look for resources.
With a
See if you can
beret.
find some adhesive or something.
Yeah.
The
Okay. So
And
what am
then
I
you'll
rolling?
roll. And then go ahead.
yeah.
So what am I rolling against?
I
no,
think it's like a
and
103 or a 03.
The
What's
what?
the healing spray?
Oh, it's a 0-3.
Yeah, 03. So any successes count as extra successes. You cannot fail to use this item.
There's a way.
There is a way. You've got to
4
be pretty
successes
inhibited.
and 1-1.
Nice.
You forget
Thank you.
the
So
the
those are all-
ingenuity
so
of
the-
players
so the-
in failing.
So the 4 is just additional, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
7.
I believe the way it's set up is you get
So
an extra
full.
hit point for every extra success. So
What am I trying to meet?
you're looking for like adhesives in this room, and you're looking on like
Yeah, I
raiders
think that'd be
effectively.
right. I
So
think
we'll say like
it's always
a
been something that's
2-4,
gone past
kind of
me,
hard to
but I
find.
feel like I've
I got 3
never been, like,
successes.
used enough of it.
Okay, you've got effectively
But I could
2
produce
charges
something
of
that works
adhesive,
just as,
so you can make
I'm eager to
2
see
items.
how
out of
they
it.
interpret
Poison.
and/or ameliorate that stuff in the RE2 remake that's coming out next year.
Oh yeah.
I heard rumors that they're supposed to do 3 camera angles in it. They're going to do
Fixed.
first,
Oh,
third, and fixed.
And the fixed
for
angles that
whatever
also-
you want. You
okay.
can switch between them
Cool.
kind of like
That's very cool.
in the options.
Yeah.
would you like to make a greed roll for something in this room?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to see if
Ice
there's
cream
more.
No resources,
Yes,
man. That's
yes.
food. That's good stuff.
I'm gonna take a look for more of this sweet ammunition and see if
Looking
there's some...
for ammo. All right. Now there's a gamble if you want to throw in here. Granted, not great on greed, but I believe the default gamble is like +1/+1 or +1/+2 to find a specific item. So if you want to say I want to try to find shotgun shells, you can boost the difficulty a bit more, and it'll guaranteed be shotgun shells.
Sure.
That being
let's do
said-
that.
Okay.
I mean, like, I'm willing... Understanding that's going to be more difficult, that is the aim of what I'm going for. Just specifically looking for something to refill this, so...
Okay.
So my luck is... My greed blows, but my luck's pretty okay.
So what? 2d6?
3d6.
3d6? You got a chance, yeah. You're looking at it's like a 1-3 base ammunition
Sure.
or 1-4 base ammunition on raiders. That'd bump up to like a 2-5.
Okay. We'll see where it goes.
6. One more. 3. You find one additional shotgun shell, prepped and ready. Load that bad boy in there.
So I'll look for some ammunition.
Okay. Just general.
Yeah.
All right. 1-4. Looking for ammo.
3.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. You find 3 bolt rounds. So for the spear guns they were using.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Do those technically count as firearms?
I think so. No, they're projectile.
Oh, crap.
Yep. They work on arcing physics as opposed to ballistic physics. A little bit slower.
Stupid hit scan versus projectile.
Yep. Hey, I mean, if you want a foam dart pistol, guess what it is? Projectiles.
Here, I like hand you my gun since you can do a lot more with this, and I'll take the.
I found what, like three extra charges. So for the
3 spears. Yeah.
3 spears. Yes, there's 3 spears for their guns at least.
So you got a full reload for your gun.
5 shots.
Does this seem like a good place to barricade ourselves in and take a rest?
You're looking at a single access point. You've got bunks for resting. You could definitely, move stuff to barricade it up.
It's a little
I
bit
can
cleaner
take care of
than.
that.
Mm-hmm. And there's no mounds of corpses here. So
Okay, let's do that.
Technically, there is.
well, there's 4. It's not a mound. It's like a light smattering of corpses.
It's not blood smeared everywhere.
Just a
Like,
couple of areas.
just it's still mostly in their bodies, and we can take care of. Wait, if we push them out, then people will know.
Don't worry
There's
about it.
there's dead bodies right outside the door. Why would?
All right, so you're taking some downtime to try to rest, recover, and do some construction.
I'm at
Yeah,
7
and
of
I'm
18.
gonna,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
These-
gonna push something in front of the door.
Oh yeah,
We can
I would
put it-
assume everybody kind of works together to barricade it up,
Mhm.
make sure nobody's getting in or out easily.
Well, it's an electronic door, right?
Mm-hmm. you can
Can I
engage the lock on
Yeah,
it.
can I try use some electronics to just be like...
Yeah,
try to...
Override.
you're out of danger. It's a pretty easy, like,
Okay.
good to go.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
still want to push something in front
I
of
mean,
the
that's fair. Yeah,
Done
it's
and
just
done. Yeah. If somebody hacks the door, they're going to have to crawl over something to get to you. Okay, so downtime activity, you get your action points as usual. You can spend 4 to get some bed rest, 4 to spend some time in self-care, or 3 to try to regenerate any flux you've got or have lost. And you can mix and match these as you see fit.
So how do we regain?
You want to regain hit points?
Yeah.
You'll take bed rest, which will be a fortitude recovery roll. It's a 2-3. If you want to string bed rest together, it's a 2-3 times the number of times that you rest. What that means is that 2-3 still stands, but the number of times it's multiplied is the number of times you get to roll, and you add all of your results together. So if you're spending, say, 2 bed rest actions, it's still a 2-3, but you roll twice.
Yeah, and so if it's 1 and 1,
Mm-hmm.
you still get to add them together.
So what am I doing if I'm crafting?
Crafting? How are you trying to just merge these together? Literally, it's just like taking glue and smash them together kind of things? Maybe you've got tape. You've got some sort of like sticky adhesive, be it tape, glue.
You can take one of the spear guns and try to attach it to the spear gun.
I added a bayonet!
No.
No, it's like not like a spear.
Maybe you can find like a big washer in here.
It's a spear gun
Make
spear.
a chakram out of it.
Nice.
Nah, I'm imagining like
You want to make like a scythe, almost?
I could do that. I don't know that the handle would be long enough to use it like that though.
It wouldn't be your usual one, but it'd be like a shorter handled
Like a
scythe.
hatchet.
A
Yeah.
little more sickles.
You could take, a sickle. You could take the axe that the axeman had and try to replace the head effectively.
Is his axe in a better condition than mine?
I'd take a greed roll to find out, so maybe. Probably not.
Okay.
So what does?
I guess I could. Let's see, I have 2 adhesive.
You just have 2 successes? You rolled it twice? Okay. That's enough for 2 hit points, recover 2 pips of exhaustion if you have any, and recover 1 pip of physical setback if you have any.
Okay, I want to do some trauma.
Okay. It's rationalized recovery is the specialization. Again, 2-3, takes 4 AP. If you want to string it together, you can.
I have rationalized, but I don't have any.
No focus under it, you just use it as regular then.
Okay.
If you happen to have like the focus for recovery, then you would be rolling with that bonus. But
Okay. So
Should be under 9.
could I potentially replace the blades on the 2 axes with the claws?
It's
Would
4,
Mhm.
would the
right,
claws do
is
more
what we
damage?
need.
yeah, from what you've seen, they would. Like the
So-
fire axe is designed for more utility, whereas
two,
these are
three, or
weapons
two,
of
four?
war.
Okay, so I can do that on each
It
of
might
these,
be
and
on
I
the
can
new
give one of
sheet.
them to somebody.
For rationalize.
Yeah, it is on the new sheet. It got left off the old one for some reason.
Just make up your own value.
I squished
It's
it
fine.
under.
Yeah, cram it in there.
Okay, what am I rolling against?
You're rolling against 2-3, but it's multiplied by the number of times you want to
Sweet.
take self-care. So you've got
thought it was 4.
13 AP,
Mm-hmm.
so you could technically do self-care 3 times,
Okay.
which means you would roll your dice 3 times and compare that total of all those against just that 2-3.
Okay, I'll roll it 3 times.
Do
Okay.
self-care 3 times in front of everyone?
Yeah,
It's gross.
it's space, man. Where else? is it?
And that's
They
also,
signed on for
How
this.
It's gonna
many
float around.
action
Yeah.
points does this
That's
take?
this.
I-
Sometimes it's to take sacrifices,
I'd probably say 3
or
per,
other people do too.
so that'll cost you 6 total.
Oh, that's real chisme.
And that'll give you a chance to either do some bed rest, self-care, or try to generate some flux.
So you add all these together, right?
Yeah,
All
add all your successes together. So you're rolling against 3, count your successes.
How much
What
damage?
about the
does
ones?
the
Don't
claw
worry
hatchet-
about ones for downtime stuff.
How much
Okay.
damage is the claw hatchet going to do?
7.
7?
5
What was that
successes.
song rolling?
5 successes.
Did you
So,
get
as
some
a
roll this
base,
for trauma?
you recover
Rational
2 trauma,
ones.
1 pip
Yeah,
of
but you
mental
haven't taken
setback,
any.
Yeah, mine
and
is still the fall, okay.
you said 5 total?
We haven't taken any trauma.
You've got 3 extra
Oh,
successes.
sorry, I didn't write it there.
Each
I took it
one
off the
can be
side.
spent to
Well,
recover
yeah,
either
you'd be
2
doing
points of trauma
rationalize, which,
or
since I don't
1
have any
point of a
points in
mental
that,
setback.
I'm guessing.
So you could effectively get
You just
6
do
more
6.
trauma back.
And what's
Okay, I'll do
the
that.
for every
Does
success
the
you
action
gain
points
back
change
1?
for
Or?
this?
I don't know.
Stays the same.
Okay, I just didn't know. Okay. So for your rationalized roll,
Yep.
what do successes equate to? Just points that you get back, or
Yeah, trauma points recovered and mental setback points recovered.
Does bed rest?
cool? So you just what's
that?
the threshold that you have to beat for it?
3.
So,
So, yeah, if you want to gamble and be like, all right, I think I can do 2 self-care and be at a good place and spend the other on bed rest to get some health, you can split it, or you can focus on one and really recover in that state.
like I did 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot something here.
Mhm.
So, for the first, on Rational Mind, for the first,
Mhm.
we're getting through that the first time, I got the 2nd level reward.
Mhm.
So what does precision do on rationalization rolls?
Anytime it'll take the lowest roll you've got and bump it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
precision is one of the
That
key
didn't help me.
phrases that.
Yeah. Precision is your way to prevent ones from happening.
Does the
Okay.
durability on the axes change?
Yeah. We'll have you do a bit of a craft roll for this one. So this will be operate hand tools. Will be the
Don't have
default for
that.
building stuff.
And accuracy is supposed to be.
In which case, it should just be agility to try to build something.
Okay. 4 and a 3.
4 and a 3. All right, and you're doing something fairly simple.
I got another trauma point.
Something that's probably like a 1-4 or a 2-3 to do. So yeah, you're able to do so. We'll have it at like half durability of what would normally be max. So I think 3.
Okay.
So it'll be a bump up.
And I've made 2 of these.
You made 1 with that one roll.
Okay, so I'll make
Yeah.
1. 3 to 6.
Okay. 4 durability on that one.
Okay. Does anybody else here have melee skills?
No.
Anybody want a bone scythe?
Claw hatchet.
Nice.
I mean, like, I don't have anything better except for this.
Do you? Am I giving you the 3 durability one or the 4 durability?
You can give me the weak one.
All right. You
I
know how to
just-
claw hatchet.
Bone saw is ready.
Okay, and then sorry, run me through
Mhm.
the self care. Is that how I would regain flux points?
Self care is for trauma points. Generate flux is to recover flux points. So for generate flux, you're going to roll a clarity with the focus charge. If you don't have it, don't add bonuses. Don't worry about it. And it's a 2-4
Okay, and bed rest gets me back
health. Yep.
Yep.
That's fortitude recovery. 2-3.
How many extra points does health or does rest cost?
4.
4 and
Generate flux is 3. Self care is 4.
okay, so I can only
You spent 6.
yeah.
So you could either generate flux twice or do bed rest or self care.
Oh, I have 7 left.
Oh, 7 left. So, yeah. You could do flux and then any one of the 3 options. Did you get any
I'll
health
do
back?
Flex. I roll.
I
What
only
did you
had
say
2
was clarity?
successes.
Oh, 2 successes would be enough for the 2
2
health.
hit points, yeah.
But yeah, clarity.
And then 3 would also just get 2 for each extra success, right?
Yeah. Every extra success is 2 extra hit points or 1 hit removed from a setback.
What am I looking at for flux?
Flux, 2-4 for the clarity roll.
No.
Okay. So nothing on the first go.
So I rolled 2 6s and then I rolled like 3.
I think you've got a higher. Oh, right. I keep forgetting humans suck at potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to risk? Still have a decent amount of flux points.
Yeah, I'm not worrying about flex points. I'm trying to choose between trauma and health.
They're not supposed to be psychic users.
They're not great at it. They require a lot more training. Other species are a little bit more in tune with it.
Yeah, but we've only got humans and androids.
Yep. And androids flat out don't get it.
Yeah.
So,
Enough souls.
yeah. You can't access the flux because you don't have souls.
Oh, dangerous.
I guess I'll try to regain trauma
Every
points.
android has a red wig.
That's rationalize
That's how you identify them.
with your solo vision.
No, they all wear red wigs.
So what am I trying to get for this?
You're looking at a
strand of
2-3.
ginger hair trapped in a quantum
I got
entanglement
a
field
6.
in that cord,
Okay.
and it's just
That's
I-
how they're powered.
Nothing got back then.
Mm.
It's rough and fitful, but you get through.
Yeah, but I don't get anything out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Nice elevator music on there.
Could I have
Dude,
aided
I'm
her
not.
with
I'm good. I'm
with
really good.
education
Just
Just play like
psychology?
that one song. What is it?
As long as you're willing to spend the action points,
Berlin,
yeah.
the help action requires you to perform effectively the same action. I'd let you trade out for something
It's like
like
only here
that
based on-
education, but
Yeah, because this seems rough for trying to regain anything.
it is. A lot of it tends to be you want to focus on like what you need. Part of what hurt you was the fact that you were making the items.
Yeah.
That took like half of your time effectively.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
But even the rolls themselves, like the thresholds, are kind of high.
2-3. You need 2 successes. Like there's
But when I'm only rolling 2 dice.
for the average person, you're looking at like a 50-50 chance of success.
I don't think I have enough AP left there. Help you.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you spend some time relaxing, trying to like clear your head and make sense of what's been going on here, making some pretty sweet bone axes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And with that, as some time has passed, I'm going to turn in 8 of those scene points of mine for things to get worse.
And then they got worse.
Thanks, Ron Howard.
All right, the lighting system flickers and then just goes out. There's this kind of like dim, like airplane lighting on the floor, so you know, okay, just follow these little glowy tabs and you'll find your way to the emergency exit kind of setup.
What is our long-term goal at this point?
It was to get to the life support, but
I mean,
maybe we should take those
you're almost
Russians
there.
and their idea of where's the shuttles.
I think getting off of here is probably the best idea at this point.
I agree. I agree.
I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Where would we go for that then?
No.
There is no escape. You'd have to find out wherever the shuttle attached itself. From what you remember about the ship, it would be somewhere on the cargo area. And there are a number of those.
There are plenty on this floor. There's 2 sets of
It'd be difficult to get to
part
most
of
of
them.
them on this floor, so it's probably none of those because they would have had to get through that area.
Well, if I'd guessed, they may have entered in through the breach, so it could be right next door. Maybe. Doesn't hurt to check first.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're right here.
All right. So what? You are at
Barracks
D2?
D2.
And you're looking at D3. All right.
That claw hatchet does 7 laceration damage, by the way.
It's freaking brutal, man.
Metal.
So we'll have
Well,
the
it's bone.
B or V with an umlaut over it.
exertion 3
T,
and shoulder
L.
qualities.
Mm-hmm. Still big and heavy, and if you spend 3 extra action points, that's the exertion. You get an extra die added into the roll, whatever your highest value die is. Technically, you can choose, but why would you choose the lower one? All right.
Is to eat one of your food.
Hmm?
Red markets.
No. Not exerting yourself that way, using action points. Alright, so you clear away the door, unlock it again, make your way back into the hallway, and then continue on, find the large door with the warning cargo bay. It's got the current pressurization status, giving you the green thumbs up. Door's got the classic submarine seal on it that you've got to wrench open, designed in case something goes wrong. Hey, it's still closed.
Ooh, I can go, I guess.
I love this fucking like lobby music in the background. Walking to this incredibly dark, derelict ship.
But
it's not even just like.
Okay.
but you know the
elevator
entrances
music.
I
It's
make
like
with
we're, like,
friendly
going through, like,
people.
some-
I'll open it.
I feel like I'm
Alright.
grinding. Right
Everyone's
now.
It's
Like,
against the
like,
on
in a
the ship.
JRPG.
Yeah,
Wheel
why
the
don't
door
you
open.
stand back?
Push it open.
Happily.
Inside, you see a group. It looks like similar Russians from before.
Oh, shit.
They quickly lock eyes with you and go, more of original crew, kill them!
God damn it.
So our door open? Or
See,
our
I knew
door,
I
should say,
knew we
doesn't-
should have come in with one of their bodies and tried to
And
voodoo dolls.
puppet it. Problem is,
No,
you
these
can
guys
only do
are
25
okay.
pounds at a time.
I am Soviet Geisky.
I will hold the body. You just move hands.
I hold, you punch. Yes? Yes, good.
You still got the head with you?
Yes, I still have the
I'm
head.
thinking about lobbing that at them.
Nice. Here, give me the head real quick. Alright, we will launch into another
Man, we
bout
should have looked
of
for explosives and see if that would work.
Initiative.
Put some explosives in the head.
Oh my god.
Just
Yeah, we'll just
firecracker.
blow the poison all over the room. That
Yes.
sounds like a great
Yes.
idea.
vaporize it, and then they'll let all in there.
Hoo boy.
I'm really trying to get my divinity out. Just
Yeah, man.
Just
That is a
get-
game, isn't it?
get all the combinations
Yes,
dispels.
Mm.
Then once we have the toxic cloud, we set it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
As one is wont to do. Okay, so pointed in your direction is a rifle, a pistol, a submachine gun, 2 axes, and a club,
Alright.
held by 1 individual each.
So
It seems
how many
like
people?
6.
Okay.
It seems like they're guarding some sort of airlock attachment.
Okay.
So yes, it looks like you have found a shuttle, but you have also found the crew of said shuttle.
Okay.
Alright, would anybody be opposed to me going first to try to talk our way out of this?
What's their initiative?
Yeah, hold the phone on that. Rifle guy is going at a 9.
Oh, so he goes first.
Okay.
My plan was to close the door and then
Goodbye.
decompress the room.
Can we do that from this side?
Probably.
Probably.
You'd need a skilled hacker
Get a hack
to find
man.
a terminal to do some work.
Got Gene Hackman over here.
There's probably an emergency,
Yeah, it's
decompress.
Just big button there, decompress.
I
warning
imagine
above
a
it.
lever.
Yeah, a
just-
little warning
Point
above
just
it.
look at him straight.
Does somebody have a scene point?
It's just like the fire alarm decompress. It is the fire alarm.
Does it say that as you both
Decompress.
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 Coffee.
God.
Door closing.
Okay, does anybody
Just
have an 8?
announces everything.
I do.
Okay, so there's a PC slot.
It's
does
like
anybody
the
have
spring.
a
That's
7?
how they
No.
vocalize
Okay,
the
there's
spring.
an NPC slot.
Decompress.
Does anybody have a 6?
Me.
Okay, there's
That's
another
dumb.
PC and an
You're on a
NPC.
dumb ship, Lance.
5?
It has
4.
been blown up.
That's
Taken
That's a
advantage
ship
of.
for children. That's
Lance, what's your...
my first ship?
2? Nice.
Damn.
I mean, I only have the willpower, so
I mean, yeah, it happens. So
I don't have a counter athletics.
So it's going to go 1 NPC, then a PC, 1 NPC, then a PC, 1 NPC, then a PC, then 3 NPCs, then Lance.
Sure.
Specifically,
Lance.
take that. All right, so up first, we're going to say man with club decides it's a great idea to charge you and just try to swing beat at you.
Okay.
All right, so club 2d6
Can
and
I
1d8.
burn action points to shield?
Mhm.
Alright, I will do that. Well,
Steven,
parry. I will parry.
Are you planning on going to midnight?
I mean, we could wrap after this. So yeah.
I just needed to know because I wanted to go out and get something and come back.
Ah,
I
okay.
just want to make sure that you guys, I was here.
Yeah, I think we'd still be here by the time you get
Okay,
back.
cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be back.
It'll take him a minute at
I
least.
will parry.
Okay. So what is your melee default?
2-3.
2-3. All right. You have reduced their 3 successes to 3 successes with only 1 extra success. Okay. For max confusion. 5 bludgeoning damage heading your way. You can still spend action points to shield if you would like.
Let's see, how many action points does parrying take?
However much the axe would use. So
That's
like
right,
5? It's a bit heavier, but... And that's
So-
going to be...
And these wouldn't recharge by the time it gets around to me, would it?
For first round, no. I want to make sure you have a chance to like dodge stuff, but maybe getting caught off guard would be a fitting punishment on that. I'll have to think about it.
And then it would be 4 to shield, which would do what again?
I'd reduce damage by 6,
6. Okay, I'll
so
do
it'd
that.
take the full blow.
I will do that.
Okay. First PC slot. Who wants to be up?
I
And that-
could try to talk our way out of this.
So take a charge of
Yeah, it's only been 1 swing.
Take a charge of
Mhm. You want to give it a try? Do some sway convince.
Yeah.
Let's see it, Robert. I want to see this in action. Let's
right, so-
de-escalate the situation.
What's your? How are you trying to appeal to them?
There's
That will-
aliens on the ship.
That
Look
will
at
set
this.
the difficulty.
Okay, look. We don't really want to fight you. We're trying to get away from the nasty things on the ship just like you, so why can't we all just leave together?
I mean, that's fairly reasonable. I
Look at this alien we killed. Do you want to fight a whole
Yeah.
nest of these?
Yeah, I hold up the head too.
they've seen it before. I'm going to put it at like a 2-4. It's a difficult roll, but they may be willing to hear you out.
2.
Yes, 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, you get the man with the rifle like quickly puts the hand up and is like, "Hold. We do not have room on shuttle for you, but we do not have to kill you. We go separate ways.
I'm fine with that.
Shuttle holds 8.
We could make room.
Shuttle holds 8 if cramped. If you draw lots, 2 come with." Now, granted, you do realize that these are pirates, effectively, saying, "Hey, you want to get on our joy boat?
Yeah.
Go for a murder spin? Might be you."
Is there another way off this ship?
You guys need a computer person?
You would know that you always need the technical crew. Yes, yes.
Yes, sounds good.
Our technical is smash hit, and then it works. Sometimes.
There are escape pods. You know, the majority of the actual like bunks on ship, that section of the ship has escape pods. The command center has escape pods. A lot of the areas you'd expect where people would be will have escape pods. You're not sure how many of them are active.
Okay.
And thinking back on it, the barracks you were in, you're pretty sure all of those had been used.
Use. Okay.
Command bridge is nearby.
Would that
Not too far.
would that be information that would be available if we checked in with the computer?
Yes, definitely. It would let you know what's active where.
Okay. So what's your character's name again, Nick?
Travis.
Travis, would you be able to check into one of these computers and see how many escape pods are left?
Yeah, that's something I could do, though I don't know what the extent of these escape pods are. Yeah, I can get on that.
Yeah, how do the escape pods actually function?
Well,
Would we need to be near a planet to use them effectively, or?
They're basically a small group set of like cryopods or sleeper pods. The idea is you get in this little drop pod, sets you to sleep, sends out a signal, and eventually somebody catches you.
You'll get picked up. And
Yeah,
I see.
it could take a long time, but
that's why you're in cryo.
yeah, like physically it won't bug you. Chronologically, it'll mess with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just do aliens.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's been 40 years. My daughter is now older than me.
Oh look, you just found a Krogan in space.
But at the very least, you'd be off this ship.
Off the ship is better than on the ship at this point.
I mean, the ship may still have a functional jump drive, but yeah, things aren't looking great. That's true.
So, are you going to check for escape pods? Or are you just going to say, okay,
Just slink off with the Russians. Just like rack the shotgun. I'm just gonna be with these guys. They seem pretty great, you know.
You got one shot, I got
I mean,
5.
piracy's pretty cool.
I've been reconsidering my life recently. You don't want to be a pirate.
I'm gonna get okay, that's fine. Then I'm going to check and to see what the status is on any like
Available.
The pods and what they're capable of, what they're
Location.
I think you're still holding on to that one scene point, right?
Yes, I just didn't know if it had to be focused on that
Area.
on that area.
It's whenever I end up calling for a new. Actually, everybody took downtime, so it is a new scene.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So another quick re-roll of encounter, 1-4. We'll see if more scene points show up.
so it's just luck?
Yeah, if you don't have encounter, then it's just luck.
Oh no, no.
2 successes.
2 successes. Nice.
2 1s.
Thank you.
So what was the 1-4?
1-4 is what you're looking
So
for.
2 successes.
2
1-1.
successes. Okay, yeah. 1 scene point, add something useful. 2, you can throw a reward in there, but there's going to be a little wrinkle.
I'm thinking maybe we should see if we can like radio.
2 of these
someone
guys die of heart
pick us up.
attacks.
If you want to think along those lines, and then we can get back to the
There's a
radio
red
idea.
barrel somewhere.
If you add 3, you add a menace to the scene, which basically gives me the right to say, okay, what monster gets added to the scene? It could be one of those man-eaters that you killed earlier. And hey, now there's room on a shuttle.
You see, that's. I was thinking a red barrel. Spend 2. There's a lot of red barrel.
The catch with adding those is they cannot be within range of an enemy. You've got to either force the enemy into that spot or have them move in. But you can't, like, you can't that's an option. You could create a barrel and then have a certain psychic push it over into their way and then shoot it. Like, it just can't start there. It can be as close as you want, but it cannot be within the effect range.
Have you ever played with clay pigeons before? Pull!
I don't know. Is a red barrel 25 pounds?
It depends on the barrel. And
Depends on how full it is.
Yeah, you can go into the fancy like force diagrams of, do you have enough force to like knock this over and roll it?
Roll it? Rolling it would be a lot easier.
Yeah, is
than
it like
lifting it.
unstable? Is it nitroglycerin? Is the pure act of knocking it over going to
Is it
cause
just
problems? Yeah, like
Is
Is
it
it
jet
going to
fuel
blow a
where
hole
you
in the
could
ship?
shoot it and
yeah.
do
Is
nothing?
it acid? It's whatever you want it to be. And with the quick check, for me, the golden rule of does it make sense in the context?
Diesel fuel wouldn't fire when it shot, with jet
Yeah.
fuel.
Do you want a barrel of diesel fuel?
Diesel wouldn't.
Yeah. Do you want to add a computer console
You'd need
so
just-
Travis can go touchdown on it? You've got scene points, so feel free to use them.
I
I want touchdown.
I want to get like access to comps and see if I can reach out to whatever like
long
larger-
range scanner.
whatever like larger company or whatever sent us out here. Or
Okay.
anybody nearby.
You
Send out a
find
distress signal.
yeah. There's built into the wall of the what is it? The barracks hallway that you were just in. There's effectively like a video phone built into the wall, connects to the mainframe system and all that. Still seems to be glowing, so there is power, but it's got a little warning on it where it's like video functionality down, low power.
Okay. I'm gonna try to use that and see if I can get in contact with somebody to come pick us up potentially.
Okay. Sending messages. Engineering computers could work for that.
Not my thing.
Education astrophysics.
Nope.
Otherwise, it's going to be just a basic operate. So agility would be the use. In this case, I'd allow you to use mind as well. Should probably be the same role, though.
Yeah. Do you want to try to get in contact with somebody?
We can, though. That being said, it's pretty. What is communication like in this universe? Say, is it reasonable for someone to be really far away to get in contact with someone?
Do
or-
they send it over, like, not sublight, but
Yeah, you're effectively dealing
FTL,
with like
FTL communication?
sublight communication unless you engage like the jump drive to send it then via jump. As long as the jump drive's still working, yeah, you've got FTL communication.
Oh,
If jump drive is down,
it's just probably sublight or something different. Okay.
yep.
Okay, that's Sure. Yes, I can send out some type of message. I just need to find an appropriate console to interact with. That's all.
Got one for you.
Yep.
Added via useful.
Excellent. All right, then this will take a little bit. Hopefully, there's someone to receive it. Otherwise, we're
Extra boned.
extra boned. So, all right.
And my life as a pirate is looking better.
There.
And
As things get worse, the party turns on themselves.
I gave you that cool axe, man.
Us axe folks got to stick together.
What do you mean, you people? Okay, so engineering. Yeah.
Yeah, engineering computer.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember if you actually have a focus on it.
Yes, I do. It's computers and electronics. I have so.
Ah, okay. So here's how the focus works. If you actually have like a focus
Yeah.
bottom left in,
No, here's the field.
he's got the field, but
Yeah.
what's that focus?
This one? Oh,
Yeah.
computers.
Okay. So since you've got a focus in it, treat every die you roll as one higher, up to the maximum die roll. So if you're rolling a d8, high as it can go is 8.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
Sweet.
since it's your focus, it's something you're really good at. You excel in this area.
Sure. Okay. So. 4.
So that's a 2 instead of a 1, so I don't
Sure.
get points.
Oh, 6.
Yep.
Alright. So 4, 2, 8.
There's an 8.
4, 2, 8. Does that include your anything you gain from your
Yeah.
your parent attribute?
Mind goes in as well, yep.
Cool.
So that's a 6. And that's
6.
another 6. Damn.
So an 8
yeah.
and 2 6s.
Yeah, so even with a little bit of flourish, you're able to like pop open FTL communication logs, do a little bit of research, and be like, oh, there's like a military freighter not too far from here, or frigate. Sorry, wrong
Okay.
word there. That you could send a message to, and with that, you've got enough power that you can tweak things a little bit, shunt some power to the FTL, and send that message out to that military frigate.
Okay. That seems reasonable considering the situation.
Now the real question is, what do you want to say?
Okay, that's fair.
This will be done
No
in
one-
text because the video.
Right.
froze.
No one, without giving any, staying true to
Ship stranded.
character, I am going to.
Make it as generic.
Help. No, that's good. We'll send that off.
Ship stranded. Engines broken.
Yeah, I think we'll do some. Yeah, help. Ship stranded. Some.
Catastrophic engine failure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bad ship parts failing. Please send help.
Yeah, and yeah, you're able to definitely with some of those.
I
extra
definitely
successes.
leave out the details
Aliens and pirates.
because
If it's a military frigate, then
They
it
should
should
be
be
fine,
okay.
right?
they'll fucking shoot us too. you kidding me?
There's an infection. We're going to enforce a bullet quarantine.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna glass the planet.
Well, the ship, but yeah, same feel.
Glass him.
Glass of. Here's your drink.
Press F to pay respect.
I'm pressing
Sad.
X to doubt.
Different
Yeah,
series.
apparently they're not giving their employees any severance pay.
Because apparently they didn't have any. Oh. All right, so you send your message off. You get a FTL confirmation of message received. Sit tight.
Seen at 12:15 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, we're gonna see.
The classic parrot meme. Scene.
Replies typing.
I love you. Scene.
to the 3 dots. Come on, man.
The Discord version, several people are
Um,
typing.
Yeah, so exactly. So I'm just gonna wait patiently to see if people respond, or until something different happens. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Well,
you
could
get a.
be checking for escape pods while this is going on.
okay, yeah, that sounds good. That also coincides with everything else that people have asked me to do at this point. So I'm going to essentially check the status of what else is going on with this ship.
You had access to the bridge, which gives you access to escape pod status for the bridge. Give it a quick check. Yeah, there's an escape pod capable of holding 6 people in it. Still prepped on the bridge. There's another one that's already been ejected.
Well,
many
easier
are left
to
then?
pick us up while
One,
we're in space.
but that one
rather
holds
than on the
6
ship.
people.
Yeah.
So yeah, remember the escape pod from
Yeah.
Alien? When
Yeah.
it's like the little group of cryopods? Yeah, like that basically.
What's its capabilities? Is it like can it go
Sublight.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it can do sublight. Okay,
Mhm.
well,
It can maneuver, but it's not going anywhere quick.
sure.
Tell them we'll be in the escape pod.
I already sent the message. We're buying by the message. No, okay, so
Yeah, the message you got back was like, understood or confirmed. Sit tight. Be there soon.
Okay. And yeah, I guess I'll send a message being like, going to be in escape
Okay,
pod. Waiting.
Good to know. All right. So you get that clear. Message has been sent. You're
right.
noticing a number of the pirates at this point have basically loaded on. You see 2 more have joined the group. They've apparently filled out their shuttle, starting to close it off.
Bye.
Fine with me.
It's too bad. I was going to make more room for us, but oh well.
They're full up.
Just needed to kill
No,
2
strangely, I blame you for this too.
They're getting away. Why didn't you shoot them? But so, what's the plan? Where to?
Escape pod. That's
Okay.
where I'm going.
more. Command bridge.
So make your way through the cargo bay then, and reach the command bridge. You've got the password from earlier. You're able to enter that in, gain access. Bridge looks like a bit of a mess. You've seen blood and violence before. It's nothing worse than you've already seen.
That 6 points of damage.
Yeah, from about as bad as it gets. However, there's another 3 points of unnatural coming your way, as you see a new variation on the creature you saw before. Again, it's that candle wax melted look, except this thing is hunched over. Its face is still looking straight ahead, and around its mouth, you're noticing a lot of like weird scaled growth inside of it.
Okay.
Does this one have claws?
Not that one, no.
Okay. Does it have spines?
There's another one with claws next to it.
Does the other one have spines?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
It has like scales in its mouth.
Yeah,
So it might spit.
It might
maybe.
shoot
Why are we
some
here?
scales out.
Why are we?
It's the command bridge where the escape pod is.
Oh, gross. Okay, so.
I think I still have a scene point left, don't I?
You can add a danger, which is usually non-mobile. You can add a threat, which is something usually either a little bit more mobile, movable, or dangerous. You can add useful, or you can add some form of cover in the room.
Do we want to blow something up in the command?
Can I make,
Do we want to blow something?
can I make a threat?
Threat? Yeah. What type of threat are you looking for?
Russian guy.
You're looking for a menace then. Menace is an actual hostile, living being. So you'd need 3
Dang it.
scene points, so if you can borrow a scene point from somebody else, you can make it
Because I
happen.
wanted the Russian guy to try to fight the
Just throw it. I will
Just-
join you in fight, comrades.
Just throw him at them.
Seal the bridge.
One of the guys got left behind.
Yeah, one of the guys that get left behind, we just go to the escape pod
So
while
what do
he's
you think?
getting mauled and eaten. Because I got 2 story points.
Well, if we do throw a Russian guy in here, he can help us kill these things, and he's probably going to do that first. And then maybe I can talk him down from killing us.
Add another scavenger. I mean, you've got him outnumbered. If it's just the one guy, right?
Yeah, and there's room in the escape pod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, we're getting picked up by a military.
If he has wanted tags, he's not gonna have fun. They just won't wake him up.
I'm trying to think if like an explosive barrel would make sense to be around.
No.
If you're looking for something like that, it could be like an overloaded console, something that's like primed to just spark.
Like a loose ceiling that you could just
Potentially, yeah,
Just
like
drop down
damage
on
and
them.
have collapse on somebody, like ready to collapse ceiling,
do
damaged
that.
floor, inverse grav panel, weird stuff like that.
I'll do maybe there's some paneling in the ceiling that's come loose so I can just rip out.
It's barely hanging on, and just a little bit extra force is going to cause it to swing down.
I'll do that.
Okay.
How many points is that?
Well, do you want it as just a danger or a full-on threat? That kind of depends on how damaging it's going to be.
I only have the 1 point.
So it'll be a danger.
I'll make it a threat. I'll
Okay.
spend
Okay.
my
We'll do
points.
that.
Bumped up to a threat. So it's a good bit of ceiling, and it's already kind of jagged. So it's almost like swinging a mace
Give
at
me a
somebody.
channel roll.
Once combat starts, yes.
Okay.
Anything else we'd want in there? Cover.
How many points do we have left though?
I have 1.
Do you want to just throw up some cover near the door? Like, the bridge crew may have barricaded themselves in, but once you get overrun, it's now kind of reversed, and you can use it as cover.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
So we've got cover right by the door, pretty easy to move into.
Alright.
Okay. Ready for combat?
Yep.
All right. Claw guy has a 6. Spike guy has an 8. How are we looking at
Spike
it for
boy.
order? Spiky boy.
Spiky
I have an
boy.
8. She has a 6.
Okay. So it's going to be
PC,
PC, NPC.
PC, NPC, and 2
PC.
PCs.
Nice.
What other one? Other.
It goes a lot quicker that way. Don't have to write names. All right. So first player slot.
You okay with me going first and collapsing the ceiling on
Go
them?
for it.
Alright.
Do you have a preference? Do you want to go for one spiky boy or one clawed man?
I can't get both.
One or the other, yeah. Based on their positioning, mostly.
Maybe Spiky Boy.
Yeah, I'll go after that one because we don't know its capabilities, so I'd rather take it out early.
One spiky boy. Okay. Give me a channel roll. We'll do this at, since it's a threat, probably just
1/4.
1/4. Yeah, is what I was thinking.
Bad that I'm already getting.
No, that's
I'm
good.
calling out.
Yeah.
Dice rolls.
It's getting that feel for it. It'll do 8 puncture damage as it's swaying.
Nice.
Alright, so that's there's a 1,
Down. All right.
but there's 2
Gives
successes.
me another. Sweet. Okay, you kind of peel that ceiling down. It swings down and catches this thing on the side.
I'll take another flex point.
Knocks it off balance.
What kind of scream does it make?
The most ungodly one you can think of. Like, I'm trying to think of like screams throughout history.
Like Banshee from Mass Effect?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, your usual like scream of the damned. You
Yeah.
wanna go with?
Or like the witch from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's a good one. Less
Just
human,
called a
though.
witch.
Yeah,
Okay, and then I still
so that's
have
one.
some action points left.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to lob this head at something, but I have a feeling they're going to be immune to whatever is in it.
Yeah. Some
Have you been
snakes are-
marking experience for telekinesis?
I've only made 2 channel
Channel
rolls
rolls.
this entire encounter.
Even the one you just made?
Yeah,
Oh, right, yeah. Haven't needed to do too many.
yeah.
Getting there, though.
Yeah, because you didn't have me do one for ripping the thing off, the locker door off?
Yeah, that was going to be too easy.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to reuse the threat, go ahead. You threw 2
I
save
might as
points
well.
at
I
it.
don't have a ranged attack, so
Yeah, you're tearing off more of the ceiling and kind
Yeah.
of hurling it at him.
we'll do that. So that will
So imagine it's kind of like that ping pong effect. Hit him one way and then hit him the other. Just bouncing. Yeah. The sand people.
and that'll get me a trick power.
Nice.
Sweet.
For what? Extra 25 pounds? I think.
Is that what the trick power is, or is that something in addition?
Let me check it out.
Because it just says trick power 1 FP.
We'll check it out.
Oh.
Come on, dice, don't fail.
There we go.
And what is it that I need to get?
1/4.
3 successes.
Nice. That was pretty good.
Nice. Alright, another good thwack. It's already looking pretty nasty. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Well, I only have
Searching
3 action
flux
points
capability.
left, so I don't really have anything else I can do.
Save it for dodge. Alright, our one spiky boy is going to go up.
What's the trick power do? Did you figure that out?
Still alive?
Working on it.
Huh?
Still alive?
Found 2 more aliens.
Yeah, trick
The
power
spiky boy
for
and,
one
these
extra.
aliens-
Talked their way out
So
of
for every
pirate,
extra
but
flux
we
point you
found
spend, you
so
can add another.
were these
25
aliens
pounds
Russian
of
as well?
pressure.
Let's see.
I mean, they could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Illegal aliens.
Mm. In space, everyone is an illegal alien.
Not sure. No, America is claimed dominion.
This is fair.
This particular
fair.
portion.
I
of
mean,
space.
I mean, a lot of people
We do
have
have
already
space
bought
force now.
land on the moon, so
That's true.
Nobody can own them.
Certainly
Right?
do.
Wasn't there the whole thing
It
about
only
that?
cost
the
everything
UN
else.
treaty of nobody can like own the moon? I don't
It's
know.
a shame.
well, they
Something
bought
so
plots.
cool.
America can, should,
Should, and
must,
will.
and
own the
will
whole
blow
moon.
up.
So
The moon people.
It's a
are
great
really-
sketch.
I think they have or bombed the
on Mr.
moon
Show.
to look for water.
All right.
The moon people are communists.
So one spiky boy looks towards
Dirty.
lady with shield and is going to huck a nasty looking spike at you.
That were left up there.
Dodge.
Yeah.
The one
Okay.
confident.
So what's that
Well,
do?
fuck.
You get to add 1 to either side of
I
that.
will wrong. See what
Yeah.
happens.
So it can either turn in from a 1-3 into a
Found himself a
1-4
nice
or a
moon
2-3. What you feeling?
Almost certainly green.
Gotta be, right?
Has to be.
So it would be your acrobatics default, and then you can add 1 to either side of it for every 3 points you spend.
We'll do a 1-4.
1-4? Good choice. Because there's a 6, 2 2s, and 2 3s. So just hits you for the base damage of 8 pierce.
Jeez.
They're nasty. As you were struck by a like forearm sized almond shaped spike.
Could I take a minor injury?
The,
to
the
soak?
deadly
Yes.
almond.
Very deadly almond. I'm allergic to almonds.
So soak 4 for a minor injury.
Mm-hmm.
So I would only take a 4.
Let's not forget that the aliens in evolution were allergic to selenium, which is found in head and shoulders.
Oh, David Duchovny.
I don't think that was his fault.
No. There are other things that are his fault. Certain episodes of the X-Files. But
Sure.
Just pumping the head and shoulders through fire hoses.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
Remember
you
that was
need
a
a
thing?
gag,
Yes.
and it doesn't have to be a good gag. Okay, so you're looking at
Such
a
way
minor
in
injury?
the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll add that as a setback. Should be on the back of your first page. You get minor injury 1. It lasts for a scene and then goes away.
Okay.
Unless the soak has a different value associated with it.
Yeah, it should say so.
You suffer disadvantage on all physical actions equal. You suffer disadvantage 1 on physical actions. So any physical action, you will drop your highest die out of the pool.
Okay.
Yep. All right. The spiky boy then takes cover behind a computer console, and we'll move on to the next PC slot.
Light them up.
You heard her.
Do this thing?
So is it harder to shoot the spiky boy right
Yes. So effectively would throw a disadvantage at you, disadvantage 1. So you would be looking at rolling with 1 less die, and it would be whatever your highest die type is.
now? Okay.
Yeah, so it degrades your highest.
So it degrades as in makes it like a D4?
Removes
Look at
completely.
what it is.
Yeah, disadvantage
Attach
removes dice.
This to it, but I think I do.
I think you
Maybe you should shoot the other one.
I mean, it's still 5 dice.
This
Well, yeah, but he hasn't gone yet.
This
If you can
I have
kill
latched
him.
I don't
onto
think I can
the
kill him.
actual
It took
Can
like
at least do
4
some
hits.
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 That's true. He did take a lot of
Causing
hits.
further
Take like 4
I
hits.
think.
He was a big, rather beefy
But
claw boy.
okay, I'll shoot Claw Boy.
All right, going for claw boy.
That's 2 1s and
Ooh, thank you.
3 extra successes. So that's 8 damage.
All right, marked. Because these guys are still 1-4 for both.
Oh, actually, that would have only been 1 because I have precision 1.
There you go. I will reduce 1. Thank you.
And so are they 3? And this is 4.
1-4.
1 4. So that's 5 successes.
5 successes.
So
Damn. How
So-
much damage?
9.
Damn.
If it was a 3, it would have been 6.
Damn, Gia.
Because my 2 is a 3.
I mean, 2 shots, you're starting to like get a feel for where you need to aim on these guys to do the most damage. It's starting to show.
So we have a needle nose on, but then
I just needed some warm up
Oh
because
yeah.
I literally got through all my things, and so it's like I'm actually trained.
Anything
It's-
else you want to do?
It's
Yeah,
just
so
I,
just
I,
a little bit.
I was
You're still, getting the ice.
refreshing. So I'll get into cover.
Okay, so you
For
move,
two
to some
move
cover and
points.
take cover. Okay. All right. Next up, one clawy boy is going to charge said cover and take a swing at you over it. So we'll be losing one of his favorite dice.
You gonna dodge?
Can't.
Spent all AP.
I have 1 AP left.
You're dodging the 3.
Alright, just
What'd you spend it on?
moving.
To get into cover,
Right.
which probably has helped you out here. You're a 1-3 to hit?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 successes. So that's going to be 8 laceration damage. That's all the swinging he got. Time for an injury?
I'm at 1.
Ooh. Really pushing your luck here. All right. Believe in yourself.
You don't want to take an injury?
No!
Apparently he's ready to die. Okay, it had to approach, so that was most of its move. That was it. Next PC slot.
I'll take it.
I guess next 2. Yeah, go nuts.
Well, I got a dart gun.
If you were disengaged,
Yeah.
it's just pressing down.
Yes, spear gun, yeah.
Yeah, spear gun if you want to give that a shot.
Let's see how this goes. I only
Alright.
need a 4. I only need a 4.
Yep,
Thank you
1-4.
I'm doing it at claw guy.
Nice.
There you go.
2 successes.
Nice. All right. So it's what, 5 damage, I think, on that thing?
Where did I see that at? Because I think it's more on
It may be, yeah. Sometimes I like to tweak the NPCs so they're not completely murderous. Save that for the clawy boys.
I don't know, that spike one.
Save that for the
is
murder
doing
hobos.
like 9 damage too.
Yeah. But it rolled pretty hii.
Do you want the sheep?
It should be spear gun.
yeah, spear gun, charges 1 max,
Mm-hmm.
skill projectile, medium, action, 6
So it should be under effect.
Nope, it's 5 puncture damage.
5 puncture. Gotcha.
So it's 6 AP, so then you'll to fire it twice.
Well,
Spend both actions and you can fire twice, yeah.
but don't you have to reload after each shot?
It should be built in. Check. Yeah, let me check something real quick.
It
I
says
think.
charges 1 max.
Yep. But I believe it's got ammo source bolt and bolt. I'm trying to remember if that's.
All these single ammo spear bolt.
Well, single, so there you go. Yeah, it's a 1 shot per turn.
Do you have 1
How much
health
AP
point, or
is
you're counting
yes.
up?
reload?
Oh, you literally have 1.
Literally have 1.
It should be
oh,
under
one.
the ammo.
I just took
Let me
like
see if I can jump there.
7 damage.
Cool.
Yeah, these guys do a lot of damage. It's kind of their thing.
Like I could have gotten a minor injury, but I'm like, but then that impedes my ability to shoot. He just finished his turn. I could just go before,
Sure.
use my action points, and then die.
Okay.
Sure.
And, or, I mean, you can always just be like, I don't want to take damage. I'm going to take a minor injury and a serious injury and just deal with it.
Yeah. Afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's better just to
Spear
die.
bolt. Spear bolt is considered an
Time
ammo
to die.
source. So in that case,
Welcome to
it can either be used as a 3 AP recharge or an ammo source for spear bolts. So yeah, 3 AP to reload. Just a quick.
Okay,
then
so
you have
I'll
9.
reload and bank the rest of it.
Nice. Done
So
and
that's
done.
9.
So I got 4 left.
Yeah, 4 left.
All right, buddy.
Cool.
Your last one to go.
Sounds good. So
There's
we saw 2.
There's a
Claw
claw boy
boys.
right in front of him, not in cover, and there's a
Mike.
spiky boy who is hiding behind a console.
Alright.
So it's
So
going to be hard to get.
BOI, not BOI.
It's important.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah,
The claw blade is pretty badly damaged, I
He is
imagine.
taking some serious heat
and that's the one who's squaring off with.
with Lance.
Alright.
Yeah.
Who has
We're
1
going to-
health point.
So
Yeah.
we're going to try to kill steal.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what happens
Here's
when I go
God's
first. I weaken them, and then they get kill steal. It's okay. I get my XP already.
Mhm. Can be
Um,
rough, but it happens.
Sure. All right. So
I get my
using the
share.
1 shell I have left,
They
Load
deal
it
out
in,
the XP by how
ready.
much damage you've dealt. So
Mhm.
if you get your shots in first, you get more XP. I like this.
It's how I've been trying to tweak it to like promote different behaviors. The first ones are supposed to be pretty simple, like do the thing or do the skill associated with the thing.
Do the thing.
Roll
And as
well.
it goes on, it'll get more specific. But
As in, roll crit or for
Mhm.
extra successes, and I get 3 for every
it's just
every time I roll.
there's another rank, there's another rank, there's
This-
another rank. Yeah, depending on how you
2 counters. I got all 3.
depending on how you build a character, you can fly through those.
Except that I didn't have to build. All I got was the
Or get lucky. I mean, just be
firearm.
Lance, right?
The firearm
So 2d6,
proficiency.
Yeah.
Firearm
4,
training.
6.
Actually,
That's
mine
2
is pretty good
successes.
'cause
And
it's
then
take trauma damage, do
fine,
rationalization
so
rolls. Take trauma
3D
damage, do rationalization.
3d8.
Yeah, that's what firearm is. So
Get in there.
Cool. So, I forget, it's 4 the threshold.
Yeah, 1-4 is what you
So it
want.
looks like 3 total.
3 total.
Yes.
So base damage and then add 2 to it.
Okay, so,
Because
and
you get
2, wherever
crits.
the shotgun was, I didn't catch the, whatever the base damage on that was.
I think it's like an 8.
8. I think.
It's nasty. Nasty.
8.
Yep. So 10 damage on it. Damn.
So that's good.
All right. Claw
By the
Boy
way, it
is
costs
not looking
8
great
AP.
to
Cool.
pull that trigger. It's a heavy weapon, man. A lot of lining out.
Jason, did you ever figure out? And I
Okay.
relinquish my turn. I guess I'll. And if any movement points left, I will go and
Into
find
cover.
some appropriate cover.
Alright. There's cover right by Lance and Slashy Boy, but
Oh,
Do you want to join me
find some
over
other
here?
stuff.
no, I'll get away
That's
from Slashy Boy.
all right, new round. PCs.
Did you
I
ever
think
find
Lance would
if
like
you had a
to
digital
give a
copy
last
of,
stand. It's like it's chewing on you, and you're just shooting at it.
Oh, dang it!
1-4. One
5
die didn't do it.
successes,
Well, lucky you.
and it's a 3.
That'll drop him. We're just down to Spiky Boy. Remember, reduce 1.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you do want.
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
Because I'm down for us to watch.
Is that a lot of ones?
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
2 ones.
I just gotta get it up.
Total? After your precision?
After.
So,
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
or
you.
look it up on
And 1
Voodoo
success.
or whatever it is.
Right.
So 5 damage.
So that's
5
enough
damage.
for 5. Yeah. Takes the hit. It's up next. It's going to stand up, sees you as a clear target behind
What?
some cover.
Yeah.
You're behind some cover and have also shot recently. You're still kind of in the doorway, so
Yeah.
kind of in the fray. Probably still in the hallway.
Just where I would have been able to get a shot at.
Yeah, hallway. So we'll go for probably the 2 closest. So it's going to try to spit at you first.
It's all dodge.
Okay. So how are you boosting? Choose your boost.
I'll do 1-4.
Okay, you're a 1-4 right now. That will hit for its dangerous amount of 8 piercing damage.
Guess I'll take a major and a minor.
All right. Minor and a serious.
For cereal.
Get serious. It's then going to huck another spit towards man with shotgun. Delicious almonds.
See, I almost saved my shot to make it be 3-3.
Tempting.
I mean, it doesn't have to. It chooses to.
Too.
The man chooses. The slave will pay.
You're a 1-3 right now for agility?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's 3 successes, so it's going to do a grand total of 10 pierce damage. Still up?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, new PC slot.
Let's see, who's acted?
Just like.
Just me.
Well, I still have ammo, so I guess I can go next.
Yeah.
Go for it. It is behind cover, so you'll reduce a die. I know. You could spend 5 to reposition, get in the room, flank him effectively.
You could let me try
And
to
take the
smack it
shot.
with more of the ceiling.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'll reposition.
Okay, so trying to reposition. You make your way over to get a clear shot.
Okay. So that's 5, and then 6 to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so,
So you got 2 left over, which is effectively useless
yeah.
right now. Unless you want to move a little bit.
I hit him.
Nice.
5 more damage.
5 more damage.
Takes it.
It's a spear gun.
Yeah.
I have not taken any damage this time. This game. So
I've taken it all.
Had to.
All right.
Because I piss everyone off.
2 more PC slots then,
I've got guns.
since all the NPCs have gone.
I guess I will try to smack it with the ceiling again.
Sounds good.
How much does it cost to reload?
Which one was
that's
that?
3.
3.
Like I said, this is just the Valhalla soundtrack.
Oh wait, I don't
Oh,
think
it's
I
just
have
oh, it's
any
just
more
all
ammo.
of
You
them.
can get
Okay,
on
cool,
Bandcamp, I
sweet.
think.
Yeah, I
You should
think
have had 5.
Yeah, no, I meant like to reload with. So I only have
Does
one
this
shot.
count? This is a mental skill, right? This isn't
Mhm.
the physical one?
not physical.
Okay, so it doesn't bother my
So
injury at all.
so your injury doesn't bother you.
Great.
There are advantages.
Alright, and I'm shooting for what again?
You said what, 1-4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make it and I do have a 1.
Nice. I will take that one. Aha! Unlimited power.
Unlimited rice pudding.
But why?
Okay. So that's 1 success.
That's a deep cut 7th Doctor reference.
Swing a bit of the ceiling at him. Pretty good hit. You're hitting a point where you're running out of ceiling. You're going to need probably to put either.
What a fun
You're
statement.
running out of easy ceiling to use. You're going to start having to invest more points to be able to pull these down to really make them work for you.
Alright.
So, is there anything else you would like to do? Next one's definitely going to require like 40 pounds of pressure to pull off, so it will require an extra flux point to do. Should you wish to just bap him with the ceiling?
I'm still thinking about hucking that head at it. I don't
Go
know-
long!
I don't know how
Not
much
use the
damage
head
that would
yet.
actually do, though. No.
You have to use the head.
Apparently, you have to use that.
I don't know how much damage that would actually do.
There's only one way to find
Damage
out.
is irrelevant.
Yeah. At this point,
Do it for the vine.
Don't let your dreams be memes.
now it's going to be what? Do it for the vine too?
Do it for the. Well, no, Instagram probably be gone that time too.
Yeah.
Do it for the YouTube haiku.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it for the neural net.
Yeah. So what do you like to do? There's a lot of recommendation for hucking ahead.
Let's see. I'm gonna mark the
To Hail Mary.
telekinesis again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it's another
If
check
it's a
on your
Hail Mary, does
telekinesis
it make it a
mark
holy
if you-
hand grenade?
Yeah, but if I save it up and I get another parry, then I get level 3 of my melee proficiency.
Now, this thing has been throwing its spit at you, so it may be less likely to go for a nibble.
Yeah, I don't know that I could parry that.
Spit?
Well, it's like
It spit
it's vomiting
solidifies.
these things out.
I could shield it,
Midair.
though.
Spit is in the verb. Yeah, you could
Okay.
shield it.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I would need 4
I'll
points to do
concede.
that.
You don't want to know what's going on in its like stomach and throat area. It's nasty.
Which just like crystallizing, calcifying. Like
Yeah, probably calcifying nasty stuff. So what are you going? Sorry, because after you, I think Nick,
teeth and
you'll be
crows.
I'll conserve my points,
okay.
so I can shield in
them.
case it goes after me.
Sounds good. So what would you like to do? There's one spitty boy behind cover.
You might as well move closer because somebody's going to go before it does.
Yeah, that's true. Close the gap.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Move in nice and close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shield up.
So you watch as your locker wielding companion approaches this thing. Lock her up. What would you like to do?
It's such a good
Is that
idea.
what they're shouting?
Yeah.
Lock her up!
Imagine cosplaying
Yeah.
this character.
It's like 30-22. Can we get past that already?
No.
It's
As they.
Trump joined Walt Disney and living forever. It's
Oh,
a
boy.
dystopian future
Yeah.
for sure.
No, we've got 2 eternal Juliets.
Can you imagine cosplaying this character?
I want to see it, like just a regular
You gotta-
flight suit with a door and an axe with,
a claw.
on it.
I,
Go as that for Halloween. That'd be great.
Where am I going to get a purple
I've been
and
so
teal
lost
jumpsuit?
in playing someone who's just incapable of.
Yeah, that's the part of the costume you have to worry about.
Everything else
Or
you can make out of
talking.
foam.
I guess I'm gonna go hit it with my club.
I mean, so to give you a feel for the room, the creature is kind of hiding behind some consoles. So taking a swing at it, you might have to swing over those
Right.
with your friend being near it.
well, there's only
You
one
could
left.
just there's just one left. You could just hop in and escape.
Dude, I was just about to say. I didn't know that was. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
you'd
know.
be like,
I was literally gonna do
Screw
that.
you guys! I'm
Yeah.
out of here. That's a valid option.
Yeah,
But isn't
You don't have to fight it.
no, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that there was only one left. Then yes, that will be my next option. To just salute to the room and just
Peace.
and
See you,
peace.
Space Cowboy.
And I
See you,
like
Space
look right at you
Samurai.
and say, I hope he does not leave us here.
The forgotten episodes of Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and then
So you-
close the door.
You can book it in there. Yeah. Do you actually want to close the door or?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'll open it
Wait
if
a
I
minute.
need to open it. But I'm just
Okay,
at
so
close,
you're giving yourself some distance and watching from
Yeah,
the
just
little
like
porthole.
this
If you guys make it, I'll let you in.
Yeah.
But at least he's not
Just gonna watch him
leaving
in here.
you.
He's not hitting the eject button.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If
no,
that
I-
happened, that's when you're like, all right, we need to let the military know to blow up that escape
He's not a
pod.
total asshole.
Oh,
A slight asshole.
just a little bit. Okay.
Okay. New round. Back to the top. Who wants to go first?
Um,
Do you want to axe it
I
A question?
with your
answer
axe?
the question. Sure.
Let me see your face so I can
Take
ask
one.
you a question.
Axe
Take
you a
one
question.
It's like snail mail, but it's with an axe.
It'll get there eventually.
You're not there when we play
Let me know
Epic
when.
Wizard
Let me
know
Duels
when
at
you
Mount
get it.
Skullfire or whatever.
Oh, is that the
Most
one where
highest
you
one.
Build
Yeah.
spells.
You
I
build
mean, you
spells,
could
yeah.
approach it from an angle where you're not swinging over the consoles to
We
hit it.
played that on Saturday.
It basically
Make
hop
it a
over the
rule
console
that
and then
if you
swing.
I had
do, as it
disadvantage
says in the
from my
rules,
injury.
read the
Oh,
spell
yeah,
in your
it's true.
best wizard voice.
So it
You lose a point
does
of
it drop it out or
HP.
does it lower it?
It
And I enforced
removes
it.
completely
Absolutely,
your
as
highest
you
die.
should.
Yeah, one of
Good
your
for
highest
you.
dice. You're looking at a 1-4, so this is going to be a bit of an iffy, but you've got at least 2, maybe 3
do it.
swings on him. That's a 5 and a
fun
4.
I played that once.
It is a fun game.
Nice.
Yeah, it moves pretty
I think
quickly.
Corny,
too.
it was a good time.
All right, so you bury your
There are
axe
two,
into this thing's neck,
expansions
and
out
it pretty
there.
much goes all the way through. It slumps onto the console,
Ours is
and collapses.
Yeah.
All right, the bridge is clear. I'm going to then spend 8 of my points to
blow up the ship.
6 another.
What?
Things get worse. 6 of my points to throw another of these clawy boys coming at you from the cargo bay.
Now I locked the
should have been one in the state pod.
I was tempted. Yeah, just very tempted. Just gonna
Well,
swing this open real quick. Oh boy. Man, guys, I've got a story to tell you. Alright, so it's going to then take the next NPC slot to charge up behind you and take a swing. No, we'll make it interesting. It's going to try to bite you.
Wait, so is
Fighting
this a
who?
new initiative order technically?
Same as the old one.
Who's
I'm
it fighting?
injecting a new guy in here into the NPC slot. Yeah.
Who's
I
it
know.
fighting?
Robert's character,
Rosalind.
Rosalind. Going for a
Oh,
bite.
man, did you get waves?
Yeah, that's a bite. What's its roll
I
against?
gotta
1-3?
go grab one
1-3.
on the way home.
Okay.
Open for very long.
No, well,
Suffer
like,
6
one
points
or-
of pierce
one or
damage,
2 o'clock, right?
and you have a setback called Necrosis, which has 2 pips. It is a physical setback.
Once
At a minute.
So
No, I think
setbacks
it's
are on
later
the
than
other
midnight.
page, but for right now, knock 6 off.
What's that saying? Eat great even late? Isn't that the
It's great.
even?
I get a soak.
Ooh, nice. What are you gonna? Or how much do you soak?
1.
Cool.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Since the first 3 of that damage filled out my first run of toughness,
Mm-hmm.
and my second run of toughness is all about soaking with that soak.
If you still have that soak, yes, it will count for it. So if you soaked 1 point of damage from it, mark it.
So wait. Question.
Mhm.
So if my attempt melee attacks,
Mhm.
that was just for this level, right? Those don't go into this, do they?
No.
They don't.
So yeah, you'll fill up 1, and when 1 is done, you move on to 2. If there happens to be overflow, like if on that same turn you took a swing, you filled out your first row, on that same turn you took another swing, and the next one required you to make an attempt, then yes, you'd add to it.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so did you add the setback? It should be top left of that one. So it's Necrosis, 2 pips. And then we will be back to a player's turn. Who wants to go next?
See, I already went, right? This is the
Mhm.
same round. Okay.
I
You
will-
finished off the last guy. Now there's a new last guy.
So, what does this setback do to me?
Right now, nothing.
Nothing. Okay, that's
Bad things will happen
later.
depending on what happens.
At the end of the movie, you'll remove your shirt and
Okay,
see
so
that
you're
there's
gonna
a
start
weird
your turn?
growth.
Yeah.
Okay, make a Fortitude Disease roll of 2-5. It's a rough one. There's a reason behind it.
Let's see.
That's why we're supposed to throw it
That
into
reason
the
is
sun.
fuck you.
Yes.
It's the reason for every director, DM, GM, right?
This happened. Well, isn't
Hashtag
that a little
get
too,
wrecked.
like, you know,
So I failed and I gave you a
coincidental?
1.
Yeah,
1-5.
well,
Okay,
you're also
you take
shit.
2 points of internal biological
wrecked.
damage as this thing starts to kind of dissolve you, but that's it.
So it's just
T-Rex.
It is physical damage, so if you have a soak, you can soak it.
yeah. I think that's once per source. No, it's once per turn.
Once per turn. Okay. Next turn, you'll be able to use it.
But you have the minor injury one that you can do.
You could pull that one if you wanted to.
I still have 13 hit points.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Famous
Please
last word.
continue your turn as normal. Are you giving him a dart?
Yep.
A bolt to the chest?
Put that.
So that was my last one. Hits him 5 damage.
Okay, marked. He's not pleased by this. Would you like to do anything else? Move away from man with claws? Prepare to dodge?
Let's
It's
see.
Dark Souls, man.
I don't think I have enough AP. 'Cause I think I had to reload.
So
Oh,
that's
okay.
8.
So that would have been 9. So I don't think I have enough.
You've got enough to
move.
dodge, or you could move 2. You could get a little ways out of the way, probably by where Lance is standing.
Okay, so yeah, I'll move back to and hope he goes after us.
Please kill my friend! Okay. Next PC slot.
You don't have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than the
Then
guy
the next-
behind you.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing this is a gun?
Yep.
Gun is happening?
3 successes.
You're right.
So 7 points of damage.
Gotcha.
And then I'll use 5 points to run to the escape pod.
Good call.
He's not going to unlock the door for you.
You've reached the door to the escape pod. There's a man staring at you from the other side.
Just like, kill it first.
I like that you're just like the intense stare of like,
I just like gesture towards the other one.
As the bolts up. 5 shots.
Quick, come on, let me in. Okay, other 2 PC or remaining PC slots, which I think is just you.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, open it. Pull them in the
It
closet.
does it.
Still have 3, so I could move.
Yeah,
one.
you could. Yeah, he could definitely pull you in on his turn. No problem there.
As long as you're willing.
Yeah. Okay, top
I
of the
just
round.
collapse.
We have the 2 ladies still outside, and the 2 guys hiding in the escape pod.
How's this thing looking?
That sounds about right.
Hey, what HP?
Looking a little roughed up.
I guess I probably had.
It's seen worse, or you've seen worse, and I don't know if you were to ballpark it, it's going to take a bit more effort to knock this guy down.
Okay.
So normally I shoot them twice, and then they take another 2 hits. And then
Yeah.
the 5th.
So the way things have been going, this looks like a 2-3 pistol shot job at this point from Skilled McGee over here.
Okay.
That should have been your name.
Yeah, Skilled McGee.
And there's only 1 PC slot before this thing goes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to use the highest NPC slot. So.
Do you want to take this turn and get in the escape pod?
Yeah, okay.
Start your turn. Roll that fortitude again. Come on, dice.
She's not getting on.
No.
Ah, you keep getting so close. One of them always hits 5, and I'm like, the other one's going to be good, right? Okay, so yeah, just another 2. Which you can soak if you'd like. Okay, so you spend your turn, run up to the door. You're staring in now at, again, probably the 2 of them, now crowding around the portal to look out. So I have to see when one of them acts next. Creature's going to go up next. One clawy dude sees you as the closest target. Is going to rush over, hop over some things, make a claw attack at you.
Alright. I will parry.
Okay. So it's going up
See
again.
Aliens 3. This is how it
2-3.
happens.
2-3. It swings and misses with 3 2s and a 4.
Does my default change with my injuries?
It's a lot of flat.
No.
I think it gets
I
unfairly
don't want to worry
wide.
about that.
I'm not
Number
crazy about it,
crunching
but I
dice.
think it gets
Okay.
unfairly
Yeah.
wide.
It was Aliens 3, right? That had like the one that was already
I now have a level
infected. That
The
went
prison
into, like,
colony.
Yeah, prison
it was a
colony.
prison
The prison colony.
Yeah.
with my
Yeah,
melee
where
proficiency.
and like it's basically
Does
Alien.
that actually
This
do
is the
anything?
first
Write it
Alien
down.
movie, just done a little different.
Alright, another PC slot.
Charles dance in it.
Yes, it does.
Do either of you 2 want to bring your companion inside?
Where's the creature?
Launch that fire.
Creature is currently over at shielded, or companion with shield.
Is she like?
Melee against
is-
precision
is-
3.
I think she's infected.
Precision 3?
Precision 1.
They're not
Okay.
going to make it.
Precision 1 means on your die rolls, find the lowest die roll, increase it by 1.
Got
Or
it.
increase it by precision. Yep.
Okay.
So you're far less likely to roll 1s now.
So they're both at the door.
No.
No, it's just her.
Yeah. Rosalind is at the door. Yolanda is still like center of the bridge with shield fighting this thing off at this point with the relax. You've been welcomed inside. Congratulations.
We made a mistake.
Okay.
As we see like the black ooze coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, does she have black ooze on her?
No.
Oh, I was supposed to be like.
All the rest
soon.
of the PCs now.
Yep. So
It'll come out
Lance,
soon.
anything you want to do?
Well, shouldn't she go first?
Oh yeah, if you want to.
Do you want to like
fair.
Just we're all
disengage
just
and run?
peering through the window, just like seeing how it's going down.
I might do
think
that
I'm
at
just
this
like
point
slumped
since
on
I'm
the
the only
floor.
person left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Okay, I will make a break.
only seats 3.
Okay, so you rush over to the door. Lance, you're up if you want to open the door, let them in, close the door.
I'm like,
All right, I got this.
And I like smack you in the back of the head and hit the.
So yeah, let him in.
Yeah.
Yes, no. Okay. Yeah. So
but
let her in.
I'm just like dead.
Yeah, they're
No.
having a hard time doing it. Okay, yeah. Pop that open, let her in, or pull her in, close the door, and you see this thing like charging at you. At this point, everybody like. I'm assuming you were probably the first one to rush over and hit the eject button. You get that quick like. You hear this countdown and that like soft metallic voice. 3, 2, claws like striking at the door as it's bending in. 3, 1.
I hold my claw axe up and like shake it at it.
You get this just sudden pulse. You're all kind of thrown towards the floor. You're
Launched into the
jettisoned
sun.
out. A few moments later, you find your legs. Stand back up.
Well, there they
Oh, good. They're right next to me. Oh.
I'm not like that android.
And you're looking at 6 cryo tubes that are currently open, awaiting you to lay down in them. They've got that nice kind of like soft,
Speaking of
soft
alien food,
plastic,
so-
bubbled soft plastic around the edge of
Vapor
it.
way of playing in the back.
I mean, cool. That's
Hey,
could be worse.
Yeah, some nice music.
Could be adult contemporary.
I like adult contemporary.
I know, see, that's fine. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you should have gone with his country music. Like-
No one likes country music.
Well,
No.
there's select
No.
songs I'm okay with.
There's some country music that
Yes.
is not. But that's where you get into country and western territory.
Yeah,
That's fine. Just like
pure country.
yeah,
You got to be careful.
like Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash technically counts in that, and like Dwight Yoakam and
the old classics, right?
the old guard. Yeah, Merle Haggard.
So we win.
Yeah, so I assume
Willie
everybody
Nelson.
straps
Not
in.
like
Yep.
I'm enjoying my bud.
Do
and
I
my
feel
truck.
like my insides
at
are
the
going to
same
be
time.
eaten out if I
Yeah, you're not feeling great. If you
know what
want to,
happens
you
when
can
you
make some
play-
more rolls. You can apply some medicine to see if you can do something about this.
Okay, let's
You know what
try
happens
some
when you
medicine.
play a country music
Okay.
song back?
So you're going to be rolling medicine against this 2-5
That's a
instead
Budweiser
of fortitude.
representative show up.
So you're
No, you
looking
get
around
your
trying
wife
to
back,
like
the dog back.
treat what's going on here. I don't know if anybody's got scene points left. Just the one. Okay.
I have the one scene point I can use.
I was wondering if you could sneak a reward in there and go for some like medical supplies.
Resource.
It's 2-5.
2-5, yeah. I mean, you got a fairly good chance, right?
No. It's not any better.
Sad face.
So here's the part where Robert's character dies, explodes.
Foods.
There's a rain of infectious spores.
No, no.
If we're already in the cryopod, it doesn't matter.
She
Everybody else
turns
is
into
like,
another
close
one
it,
of the
close it.
aliens. That's what happens.
Some kind of filtration.
Hopefully.
All right, failed again.
Okay. So you've got, what do you have for the soak? It's like soak 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to be effectively taking 1 damage every time you fail. If anybody else has medicine, you can potentially add to this roll. Nobody with medicine?
I'm the only one that has
Bueller.
medicine.
Oh, crap. All right, we'll see how this goes. then.
Not above the regular. Not above just mine.
You do have the 1 scene point left. I will let you spend it on something that will give you an advantage to this roll. So it won't actually be something that can, like, cure it, but it'd be, like, potentially useful medical supplies. Will give you another of your highest die type.
Nice happy pen.
Yeah, that's all. Just keep stabbing yourself with the same EpiPen.
Kush EpiPens.
So the final question will be, how many hit
Well, I
points
mean,
do you
it's a
have?
stim, right? So it's just
I
it's
have
your
12
Space
or 20
Marine
right now because
stim
my hit points
to
just
win.
went up for...
Nice.
It's a shot of pure
So you've got 12 attempts before you, like, literally necrotize.
and become one
Yeah.
of the aliens and
Maybe.
Then we have to put you down by slowly removing all of your limbs in slow motion
Cool.
with the plasma cutter.
You're adding a 6 to that, right? For another d6?
It wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, yeah. But add that to all your rolls. You found some like medical equipment you're trying to like somehow clean out this necrotizing condition with.
Nope.
Okay.
Or just keep counting your rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. 10,
Nope.
9.
We're getting close. Let me
I
know.
got it!
Hey!
With 9.
All right.
3 successes.
Nice. Okay, so usually the 2 successes removes 1 pit. You got that extra bit of success, remove an extra pit. So you spend some time effectively like digging out a lot of this necrotizing flesh until eventually you get enough of it that it stops. The tingling goes away, you bandage yourself up.
Well, how do you know it's working then?
Yeah, you hope, right? You call it like, all right, I think I got it. Lay down. Everybody else takes their time. Closes, seals. The lights dim. We pull out of that one little window that the two of you had been staring at and watching the fight through. Pulls out. You watch as time clearly passes, and this frigate jumps in, drops out of jump space. You see them approach.
Destroys the.
They approach, and you see a shuttle makes its way over to collect your escape pod, a couple of other escape pods, and comes up to this one last escape pod that we zoom in on. Inside, you see, in cryo, 3 of these creatures flailing at it
No.
as the shuttle approaches and starts dragging it back to the frigate.
I wanted it to be like
dimension of sight.
like under ours where it was clawing. It's like the camera
there's
pans
marks,
to
man.
see, and then it goes
As it
under.
pulled out, there were marks.
I was saying that like you pan under the thing and it's hanging under.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't pull
fucking
out.
backseat directing here?
Because that was that.
What are you fucking directing? Cinematography?
That was
You wanna be a
when
big
it was
man?
Witch Aliens that they had done that.
You're trying to turn Stephen into Alan Smithy?
'Cause I think Ridley Scott did that in one of the
Regular
Aliens.
alien, there was the alien in the pod.
Yeah.
Aliens.
No,
So-
Because there was like a single alien that had made it like
yeah,
at
that
the
that
end.
ends with the hangar where they jettison the queen out of. Aliens 3 is the one where it's like throw her in lava, it'll be fine. And then Alien Resurrection is again Alien inside the shuttle. And they do the bad science of they suck it out of a dime-sized hole on re-entry.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually happen, but movies, right? So,
Maybe it happened in
We win.
Prestige.
yeah, you survived. We'll have to see if you can survive a frigate next time. At the very least, it's military, so there should be more guns there, right?
Yeah.
Not with our green balls.
Well, this like alien, it's just like Alien to Aliens, right? More action. Just.
But I
No,
just
it's
need
like
one clip.
Alien to Evolution.
Oh.
So now you have to use hair care products to
Oh.
destroy it. And Orlando Jones is there for some reason.
So, general feedback? How'd you feel about the system? I feel like there's definitely... I will just throw this out there immediately. There's always going to be a lot of tweaking around the exploits. They're the part of the system that I need the most work on, because it's the part that changes the most so far. So definitely do let me know what you'd like to see tweaked on that. Ways to potentially slow certain parts down, speed certain things up. Because, yeah, you blew through that amazingly.
Yeah.
That might be a switch to perform it.
Perform
at least
6
once.
criticals on so many rolls.
Yeah, on 6 different rolls, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's going to take some time, but you can build up to it. I think a lot of it...
It'd be. It's interesting to see. I think it's difficult to make the type of call without seeing like how the tree
Oh, yeah.
in
Like,
general works, right? Because like I mean maybe you just really blow through your first part like on,
It's a
your, on
level
your first
1.
session, right?
Yeah.
And then it gets exponentially
More
harder.
so
Because there
here's...
should have still been one more on that.
Yeah, there should be that
Explore.
4th row for you. So here's the basic like tree layout. It's following the same idea as that Genesis Fallout, where to get to tier 2, you need 2 tier 1s. So you basically think of it like a pyramid.
Yeah.
You need enough base to support the layer above it.
Mm-hmm.
You get 3 tier 1s, you can support 2 tier 2s, which then can support 1 tier 3.
Yeah.
And completed.
Completed, yes. So when you finish that tier 1 firearms, you could potentially throw that into toughness or something else at tier 1. Wait to finish that other tier 1, and then that could go
Is
into
that
tier
what
2.
Is there another way the game scales besides exploits?
Rings?
Currently, it's all going to be exploits.
No, they put it
Because
on
otherwise,
the
a lot of
beginner's game
exploits you
box,
can't
so it
get.
Yes, but it uses
Yeah.
Has that
Genesis.
prerequisite.
And I've been
Sort of,
thinking
like,
that
it's-
tier
it's
1
apparently a
exploits
combination
should move
of that
away from
Eric
having the
Bells thing
skill and move
also
into
the
having
keep
like
the
a
roll
certain
keep
amount
from the
of the
last
base
edition.
trait.
I don't know, it's
Like have 4 ranks in vitality,
But you can see,
which is the default for all species.
You know,
Oh, I
If
see.
your species happens to be like weak
so
in
you
that
have
regard,
to,
you might have to
must
try to
more
bump it up.
in a tier than they do in the next
Um,
highest tier.
Okay.
I'm also kind of tossing back and forth between the idea of either
Cool.
4 in the trait or 1 in the skill. So if your species doesn't provide it and you really want it, you invest in the skill and make it happen. So So if you're like, oh, it's a weak species, but I want to be a tough version of that
Because
species.
otherwise, now like I can't get any of the dodge or athletics because
Yeah.
you didn't spec into it at all. Getting at least one practical in character creation.
Yeah, and that'd definitely be a good thing to work on, I think. To make sure there are ways to branch out that aren't necessarily tied to skills.
Being able to get skills, maybe
Get a little
not
more dodge.
in like the related skill itself. If there's like some of the more academic ones, we'd be able to like study or train.
Yeah.
So maybe some exploits that are like generic that have no prerequisite that give you
I've been tossing around that idea to
like
try
an
to
idea
build a
that's
T1
like-
generic, yeah.
that give you at the end like one practical in a certain attribute.
Yeah, and then that would let you get into that skills exploit. And in the end, yeah, it could be something that burns through real quick.
And it could be you could call
not
it
be a bad way to
technically
do it.
a tier 0 instead.
There
so
you
that
go.
so then it doesn't build up the things.
No, yeah, I like that. That would be pretty, I think, pretty like simple and straightforward to do. A tier 0 would be like, take whatever base trait the skill is associated with, and make that roll, like attempt that roll 3 or 6 times, and that's enough to get a base level in.
And that would satisfy the idea of having. I've had thought having 3 exploits would be a little bit better. So if you have 2 tier 1s and a tier 0,
That bit of flexibility, yeah.
so then you can have 1 combat, 1 non, and then 1 generic for something that you still want to build for your character.
So that's something I would like to pull everybody at the table at. 2 exploits. Does it feel like it's enough to kind of advance with? Does it feel like you can keep those like requirements in your head when they're happening at least? Were there any times where you looked at your exploits and went, oh crap, I know I made one of these rolls, or I know I made that happen, but I forgot about it?
Mine were pretty straightforward, so I didn't have any. Because it was take damage, soak damage,
Mhm.
take trauma, do rations of rolls.
Nice.
Maybe some. Oh, sorry. Maybe some of them have to be more like custom tailored than the other. But like some of them are like
When you get to tier 2, you'll start seeing those.
right. Well, I should say like for combat, right? It's really easy to blow through the first one. So maybe for all the combat skills, maybe their pips are like doubled because of the how often you do the
Potentially,
action.
yeah.
Where like searching or something probably isn't as done as frequently as something like shooting a gun in combat.
Since I can shoot
Yeah.
twice
So-
a turn.
Because that way, I think because I think actually like the layout of those is pretty good. It's just the combat stuff because you just do it over and over and over in
Yeah.
one
Encounter.
encounter.
Yeah, and this definitely was designed to throw combat at you. So yeah, you definitely get that feel. But
Sure.
I agree, in combat you're doing these actions more often.
Because 2 encounters, I got to 3.
Yeah. That definitely needs to be slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Not too much, though.
But he's an outlier. and shouldn't
Yeah,
be
exactly. You roll crazy high.
To be fair, the other ones were it was
Yeah, what
it
was
was-
your other skill?
so it
Or
was
your
make
other
3, and then it was make 3
Alright.
crits, and I got that in one
I
roll.
have to head out.
Yeah.
It's pretty late.
Yeah.
And then it was make
That's
6
fair,
successes,
Yeah.
and I got that pretty
Oh,
fast.
Feel free to send me any other feedback you
Yeah,
have.
sure, we'll do.
I
It's
appreciate
roasting. That was
you-
good. Yeah, no, I like the scenario, so that was really cute.
I just came across this thread where they just learned that you're supposed to microwave popcorn. They
Oh,
spend their
yeah.
entire life
Yeah,
just
I've-
chewing on the seeds.
Yes, I've heard.
Oh.
I think I've read that exact.
The teeth, man. They're not designed
Yes.
What
for
do you?
that.
It's like
Oh,
the person
no.
who told his significant other's family that he didn't know what a potato was, and he had convinced them that he had never seen or heard of a potato.
This is why in some RPG settings, common sense is a feat.
How did I find out? Well, recently I purchased a different brand of popcorn. This brand actually had the popped corn on the side of
Already
the box,
popped.
which confused me. I got home, ripped open a bag, and started chewing.
That just can't be real.
Yeah, it was one of the. It was one of the
Then
pin
life
pop.
surprises.
As I was
just
chewing,
have
I
to
started
hope
reading
that
the bag, more specifically
have-
the
I
instructions.
should have more
As I
faith
read
in
the instructions, I
humanity.
immediately
Life.
spit out my kernels
Fuck.
and tried making another bag pop in the microwave. I didn't think it was going to work.
Finds a way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, any other feedback you've got while we're still hot mic'd?
I'll talk to you guys later. It's been real.
See ya.
I think the initiative worked a lot better this
Oh,
time
yeah.
than
Well,
what I've seen last time.
City
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
I highly agree. I definitely like just the speed of it.
What is next Tuesday?
I think I'd maybe still like a roll
October 2nd.
instead of just
Rolls aren't too bad, yeah.
No.
just having the one roll so,
No, 'cause
to
today's
make it not
the
just
23rd,
two, so it's not just
5th.
static in that sense.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. Trying to figure out what to roll becomes the interesting one. It's kind of tempting to just be like grab a d10 or grab
Yeah.
a d12 and just roll
Having
that
a
with
single
it.
dice would be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just avoid connecting it with stats because you already have a modifier from initiative. We'll definitely have to give that a try next time. Yeah, I don't think it would make that big a difference.
It would just add variability.
Yeah, and the more we end up playing with like slots, the more I like those, especially for like NPCs, where it's like, oh, they'll always be able to have that chance to go, so it doesn't necessarily turn into a railroading of damage for them. But I definitely like the flexibility where it's not necessarily writing down who goes when.
That will be no problem.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
it takes an extra amount of time there.
Yeah, and the thing I was thinking about last time he did this is it seems overly complicated to use a different skill for rolling initiative for
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, that was one that I had heard another system using, and I'm like, that sounds fun, but oh god, did you end up with so many questions for like, okay, well, what are you using here? Do you have a... If you don't have a weapon out, then what do you... It's just
Once I get that, I'll be able to sort of make.
easy one to just be like, all right, cool idea, we're gonna scrub it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you all for playtesting. Thank you for your feedback.
Thanks for bringing me.